stay over here by my video camera, please?
Stay over where?
Right here in front of my video camera.
Am I being detained?
Right now, I want to find out why you're looking at these cars in case you might be breaking in cars later.
Am I being detained, sir?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out. Okay?
Am I being
Is
detained?
there any reason why you're doing that? Can you give me a good answer?
Am I being detained,
I'm
sir?
just asking, can you give me a good answer why you're looking at cars?
Am I being detained, sir? I mean, you checking up on me before. That's all good.
Well,
That's all good.
I saw
But
you kind of
hopping
walk
out.
by, and then I saw you kind of looking at patrol cars, recording. So I'm trying to make sure again. You're not looking to case these vehicles to break into, because we have had people do that.
You've had people break into police
absolutely.
cars.
Yes, sir. We've had that. So that's why
On a police parking lot.
Okay, yeah. Believe it or not.
Has it happened before?
Like that, I know, right? It's wild.
I doubt that's ever happened.
Okay, well, hey.
I can look into it.
Okay, good for you. Well, again, that's why I'm trying to get your information to make sure in case anything happens, I can say, hey, I spoke to you.
You're not going to get my information today, officer.
Well, sit tight on that one, okay?
Sit tight on that one?
I'm going to speak to my lieutenant.
Yeah.
We'll get to the gist of everything.
You're not going to get my
Can you do me a favor,
information.
not come in my car, just out of the way.
I'm going to stand where I'd like, please. Thanks. I'd appreciate it. How you doing today?
Sir?
How you doing?
Good. Just checking around. You walking around? You looking for somebody?
No, I'm not looking for anybody.
Oh, just checking around, man. Like I said, we try to keep this lot secure and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Police cars and all. We don't want nobody breaking in. That's all. Take care of yourself.
You too.
Alright, now I'm curious.
You're curious?
Germantown Police Department. What's your name?
What's your name and badge number?
Officer Cordell with Germantown Police Department. Will you sit tight right there for me?
Yeah.
I'm curious as to why you're walking under patrol vehicles and holding your phone as if you're recording, looking into it. What is your nature? What is your business?
Oh,
712.
that's exactly what I'm doing, officer. I'm recording the police vehicles.
Stand by when I'm speaking to the secretary. All right. Well, what's your name? That way, in case these cars come.
I don't give out any private information.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna need your information. If these cars get broken into, I'm gonna need your information. Okay.
Do you suspect me of committing a crime, sir?
Well, sir, you're walking around looking in these cars, and I'm trying to make sure none of that's going to happen.
Is that a crime, sir?
Well, I'm trying to make sure it's not going to happen. So go ahead with it.
That's not a crime, sir.
Okay, go ahead with your information.
I only provide my information when you suspect me of committing a crime. You need reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime, sir. Suspicion is not a crime.
Give me a second.
Sure thing.
Will you stay over here by my video camera, please?
Stay over where?
Right here in front of my video camera.
Am I being detained?
Right now, I want to find out why you're looking at these cars in case you might be breaking in cars later.
Am I being detained, sir?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out. Okay?
Am I being
Is
detained?
there any reason why you're doing that? Can you give me a good answer?
Am I being detained,
I'm
sir?
just asking, can you give me a good answer why you're looking at cars?
Am I being detained, sir?
712, go ahead.
Check.
I mean, you checking up on me before. That's all good. That's all good. But hopping out.
And then I saw you kind of looking at patrol cars, recording. So I'm trying to make sure again. You're not looking to case these vehicles to break into, because we have had people do that.
You've had people break into police cars.
Yes, sir. We've had that. So that's why
on a police parking lot.
Okay, yeah. Believe it or not.
Has it happened before?
Like that, I know, right? It's wild.
I doubt that's ever happened.
Okay, well, hey.
I can look into it.
Okay, good for you. Well, again, that's why I'm trying to get your information to make sure in case anything happens, I can say, hey, I spoke to you.
You're not going to get my information today, officer.
Well, sit tight on that one, okay?
Sit tight on that one?
I'm going to speak to my lieutenant.
Yeah.
We'll get to the gist of everything.
You're not going to get my
Not come
information.
in my car, just out of the way.
I'm going to stand where I'd like, please. Thanks. I'd appreciate it.
Well, stay where you're at.
Videotape the parking lot, anything like that. He's allowed to videotape the parking lot. Per Captain Simpson. So.
Per who? I just want to know who you spoke with, sir.
Our captain.
Oh, okay. Can you mind if I get your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Foley, 0695.
Thank you. And the captain you spoke with?
He just said, I don't know which captain was. We just got I called my lieutenant. He said, the captain said you can walk around with cars or whatever.
All right, I just wanted to make sure that, just in case, because he doesn't seem too happy that I'm recording.
Yeah, I just got a phone call, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That you came over here, Officer Poli,
Yes,
and
sir.
you saved the day, because I didn't know what this guy was going to do, to be honest.
Oh, no, he's fine.
Okay, I hope so.
He's a good guy. You're good.
I hope so. I'm a good guy, too. I promise. I'm not here with any nefarious purposes or anything like that.
Yep.
Officer Poli. All right, well, thank you, sir. Better not pull that notepad out anymore, because you're not getting my name.
No. Right, no. The only thing that raised my suspicion is the fact that black about it, it kind of made me worry. Just trying to take something like that. So I just thought it was kind of random for somebody to be doing that. Oh, did he? Okay. No, that's fine. I appreciate it. Like I said, he wasn't giving me much, to work with as far as why he was randomly walking the police car running around with that. But I appreciate it. Thanks for the heads up. All right. Well, cool, man. All right. Well, like I said, just obviously you're recording us, we're recording you, so hopefully, nothing else comes up back here. All right. So take care of yourself. Be careful.
Yeah. Told you weren't gonna get my name or information. Nothing. I'll smile for you.
That'll work, man. That way, in case anything comes up, like I said, all right.
I'll smile for you. You'll have a picture with no name.
Be careful.
Great investigative work there, buddy.
Here's the deal. If you're in a public space, you have the right to document what you see. No curiosity from an officer is enough to demand ID without reasonable suspicion of a crime. The First Amendment protects freedom of the press, and the Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures. What's even more troubling is how this officer escalated things by pulling out a notepad, ready to demand information he had no legal right to ask for. According to Terryville, Ohio, police need clear, articulable suspicion of criminal activity before stopping or detaining someone. Filming in a public space isn't a crime, so the officer's insistence on ID was an overreach. Instead of respecting this citizen's right to observe taxpayer-funded property, he chose intimidation, disregarding federal and state laws protecting public activities. It's crucial to know the boundaries of reasonable suspicion and lawful detainment. Without a clear, specific reason to believe someone is committing a crime, an officer has no grounds to ask for ID. In the end, the supervisor stepped in and confirmed that filming in public is entirely within the citizen's rights, leaving the officer with no choice but to back down. This incident proves once again that standing firm on your rights is essential. Let's keep going. Support the mission by joining my channel, unlocking exclusive perks, and staying part of something bigger. Because without you, there's no CT3.
Side as a community watch. I'm doing a First Amendment audit, really big border patrol station here in the city of Murrieta. I've been working down here. Rick, thank you for the work, sir. U.S. Border Patrol, Murrieta, California. This place is huge, guys. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but just about. Good, I don't wish to speak, man. I'm just doing a little story.
Sorry?
Said I don't wish to speak, I'm just doing a little story.
Sorry for what? For what?
For me.
And
And that's all, I don't need to explain myself.
to explain yourself.
Yeah.
You take pictures of my facility over here.
It's not your facility, sir. Who you work, is that yours? Or do you
Yes,
work for the
I work
public?
for the facility.
Look at this. It's being live streamed on internet too.
I don't care.
Look at this guy.
So,
What's your name and badge number, sir? Look at these guys, won't even identify yourself. What's your name and badge number?
I know you from somewhere.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you
Do you?
remember we had a PD a while ago, no?
Maybe?
Yeah, he was with somebody else.
I'm ready.
What we just witnessed is another classic example of law enforcement stepping out of line. They acting like they own public spaces. These officers need to be reminded, public property belongs to the people. You are allowed to film. There is no law prohibiting you from documenting government facilities from public areas. The fact that these Border Patrol agents thought they could intimidate someone into silence is just pathetic. They had no legal ground, and instead of admitting that, they resorted to insults and bullying, clearly hoping this guy would back down. But here's the thing, when cops act like this, it's not just an abuse of power. It's a direct attack on your First Amendment rights. They don't get to decide who gets to film, and they definitely don't get to throw around terms like terrorist to try and scare you off. The best thing to do in these situations, stay calm, stand your ground, and keep that camera rolling. Always live stream if you can. It makes them think twice. Always ask for their name and badge number. They work for us. We have every right to know who they are. Never be afraid to file a complaint. Accountability starts with us standing up for our rights. Let's keep going. Before we get back to the video, hit subscribe, smash like, and head to the comments to tell me what you think about the cops today.
How is it against the law to
Not what?
He's not supposed to be taking
hold
video
on?
of this building.
You know what? The
We've
police
asked
are here.
him.
They'll educate you. Yeah, I get, this is their boss. Here, you want to talk to their boss? No. Okay, that's Miss Lori.
An officer actually just walked in.
What's the issue?
I have no idea. I just came in to
No,
do
they
some
called the
business,
officer.
and they're
He
getting
just happened to walk
crazy on
I
me.
don't know why he's here, actually. He didn't say, he just wanted.
I did
Okay.
actually. I did say. I did say what I was doing.
They're not going to do business with you while you're recording.
Nope.
They're not going to
She's
do it.
calling our operations manager right now. So
Really?
How can
So-
I help you, sir?
So I can't handle the
Please
business.
Take my face off the camera.
Are you not a public employee? You're not.
Public employee she might be, but
Right.
you could still be.
You are a
interfering
public
with her
official.
if she does not want to be on your camera. You cannot film her if she says don't film her.
Really? Who are you?
Coming into a state
My name's
facility
Officer
without
Morgan.
permission.
And your badge number?
027.
And you're telling me that because she doesn't want to be filmed, I'm not allowed.
You can't film her now.
And that's against the law.
Yes, it is.
It really. What law is that?
It's on the books.
It's on what book?
You're invading her privacy.
Really?
Yeah.
In a public area.
This is a state
That's
building.
not a
It's
public
against the-
area. That's
And this
restricted area.
most certainly is a public area.
This is. That's not. You can't just arbitrarily walk back behind the counter because you feel that it's a public area.
Who walked behind the counter?
No one.
Okay, so what am I doing wrong again?
You're filming them and they don't want to be filmed.
Tough
Do you have
noogies.
business?
So- I do have business, but they won't take care of it.
Because
So
you're
why
filming.
are you being like this? You are an officer of the law, correct?
That's correct.
Come in here and
So you swore an oath
Absolutely.
to uphold the Constitution,
That's
correct?
correct.
So why aren't you doing it?
I am doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so what exactly? Explain to me what you're doing
I'm
then.
not explaining anything to you.
You don't have to explain anything to
I don't have
me.
to explain anything to you.
You know what the First Amendment is,
Absolutely.
and you
Are you doing this as a part of your job? Or are you just doing it for shits and giggles?
I'm recording my I was going to record my transaction, but these ladies are being
Can
ignorant.
very much refuse to do business with you.
Really, they
Yes,
can
sir,
refuse business.
Absolutely.
You have
Really.
to have permission
So
from-
you're gonna tell.
Turn the camera around and get it out my face.
So you're gonna tell him that. So you want me to leave? Is that what
Yes, until you turn that
you
camera
want?
off.
So
yes.
what am I trespassing now? Is that what I'm doing now? Since they want me to leave, am I trespassing now?
That's up to them.
Really?
I want to do business with him. He's putting camera out there, so we're not on.
So then what's going to happen? Because I'm not leaving until I get my business taken care of.
Well, you haven't even stated your business, sir.
Exactly.
I have stated my business.
What is your business?
I told you I'm an independent journalist working on a story.
You didn't say. You just said independent journalist, and I asked you.
Okay, well I'm working
I
on.
told you you had to have permission to the state to come in
Yeah,
and
well
film.
I don't have to have permission.
Manager.
Don't have to have permission.
Yes, you do.
And I would like to take care of my other business that I came in to do.
Not as long as you have that camera on.
Okay, well, why would you send me a letter? Why would admissions send me a letter 2 weeks after I got my car admissioned,
I'm not
saying
answering no questions till you turn
saying
camera
that
off.
my registration's going to be canceled? Why would you do that when I have a passing piece of paper in my glove box? Why would y'all do that?
I don't have to answer no questions.
You
as long as that
don't want to
camera's
help
on.
me with my problem?
Not as long as that camera.
So you'd rather my registration get canceled than help me, huh?
As long as that camera's on, I'm not answering no questions and I'm not helping you. Whether I get fired or not. I
Whether
don't
you
care.
get so you don't care about your job. That's
do
great.
care about my job.
That's beautiful. You want to educate these women on the First Amendment? Since you know, well, why don't you educate me then, since you know everything, Officer
You're the one
Morgan?
standing here recording. You educate yourself.
I've already educated myself. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. That's why I'm
You
here.
have no business with me, so I have no business with you.
I don't have any business with you?
Nope.
You're an officer of the law. You're a peacekeeper, correct?
Right.
You're a peacekeeper,
Right.
correct?
Right.
So maybe you should keep the peace.
They're doing well.
Are you a sergeant or a corporal?
Corporal.
You're a corporal. And you don't know about the First Amendment.
I didn't say that.
Well, clearly you don't, because you're not taking care of the situation. You're not de-escalating any of this.
Facility. I'm the local town police.
You're local town police.
Here, unless
You
they
have
ask
no
me to come
jurisdiction in this town, is what you're saying.
You're not in
Officer
town.
Morgan, go ahead, call the state police. They'll educate you. They'll educate you. See, I can't record, but she can. And do you realize you're breaking your policy and procedures right now as a government employee by filming and recording on your personal private phone? Where are you going, Officer Morgan?
It's a town cop. It's not even state police. It's a town cop. It's someone who's out of jurisdiction.
He doesn't have jurisdiction here. He's calling his supervisor, I think. Are you calling your supervisor, Corporal?
I'm Trooper Steinman's ID number 7290, being all believers reported, okay?
How you doing, Trooper?
The reason we're out here is everybody's calling in regards to you coming and filming.
That is correct.
You are expressing your constitutional correct rights, you understand?
That is correct.
So we are just educating the public to make sure that they are accurate to what you can
I'm
do.
hoping so.
Okay?
First off, these public servants working at this location have no business serving the public. Their tone and attitude towards a member of the public simply because of a camera is unacceptable. Now for the officer, I understand that he happened to walk in on the situation, but he obviously had no idea what the First Amendment was. Also, he made no effort to de-escalate the issue. How can officers be employed so long and have no idea on the laws or the Constitution they swore to uphold? This situation could have been handled in a matter of seconds if the officer was educated on the freedom of press, which the First Amendment protects. He would have then informed the ladies that this is the angry vet's constitutional right, and he's allowed to record you while you're in public. Fortunately, they were eventually educated by the troopers later in the clip.
Alright, I'm going building.
That's not a public building.
It's not paid for by tax dollars.
That's a government building. Don't start this.
Don't start what?
What are you doing?
I'm taking videos and pictures.
Why are you taking videos?
Because it's a First Amendment protected activity.
Okay, but why are you doing that?
Do I gotta have a reason?
Actually, yeah.
Keep your hand away from your pocket knife for me, okay? While he's talking to you, it's just for our safety, okay?
What are you doing? Videoing?
Just checking up, looking at the cars and stuff.
Okay.
I don't really have to disclose what my purpose is.
You don't?
No, sir.
Okay, so
I have a Fifth Amendment in this country.
you do. Okay. It's also a suspicious incident as well, okay? Somebody walking around, okay, with a video. You can video me. I don't care. I have no problem with you.
Can you
videoing
quit
me.
stepping toward me?
No, absolutely not. I can step wherever I want. Do you have your license on you?
No, I don't know.
Okay, what's your name? You can video. What's your name?
On channel 1 for 1618.
What is my name going to give you?
Who you're at? Who are you?
Does it matter who I am? I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen.
You're going around videoing state trooper police cars and...
Paid for by tax dollars. So they're our cars.
I have a question. I'm Detective Rutherford, okay?
Uh-huh.
Have you spoken with any of the supervision here at Post before about coming on the property and videoing?
I've never been here before.
You've never been here before?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, the reason I asked is we've had some individuals inquire about videoing the property, and I was just curious if you were one of the ones that had inquired about it.
No, sir. I've never been here before.
Okay. Generally, what's asked is that if you're going to video the property, that's fine. That's within your constitutional right. However, we ask that you stay on the sidewalk and do so, okay?
Okay.
When you walk into the front yard and stand in front of the...
Well, I
right
was
in
getting
front-
a picture of the plaque y'all have at the front right
and
there.
that's fine. That's fine. I don't have a problem with you doing that. We would just ask in the future, if you're going to be on the property, either stay on the sidewalk or actually walk into the lobby if you have a concern or question.
Yeah,
Because as you can imagine, if you're standing in our front yard, we're going to be interested in what you're doing out there.
It's not your front yard, sir. It's the people's.
It's our office front yard.
It's still government.
And as you can imagine, there's a lot of people out there.
And ma'am, what is government? We the people.
Okay.
Okay, Jeremiah, let's not go down this route. Okay?
There's some people that don't have a problem with law enforcement, government, and obviously there's a lot of people that do.
I don't have a problem with law enforcement.
I'm not here to debate that, but all I'm asking is for security reasons, if you would continue, if you're going to continue to record our property, which is fine, stay on the sidewalk by the road, okay? Don't wander in our front yard, okay? The front yard of our office, okay? We're not here to debate. We're not here to discuss constitutionality matters. We're not here to give you a hard time. All I'm simply asking is if you're going to record, if you're going to be on the property, the state police post, either come inside or stay on the front sidewalk, okay? Don't come walk in the front yard and stand in front of the window, okay?
Well, I didn't stand in front of the window.
You were right.
The plaque is right there in front of the flagpole.
In the front yard, okay?
Where the flagpole is, where the plaque is.
Sir, do you understand that you can't film our computer system or anything of the sort?
How am I filming a computer system?
We have you on camera in the front yard filming our computer system through the window.
You have me filming the plaque in front of the building.
No, I'm talking about at the flagpole. Were you or were you not filming?
I was filming downwards at the plaque that says it's a tribute to all officers that's been killed in the line of duty.
Yeah. So
she watched me the whole time.
So if I subpoena your video here, is it going to show any of our computers on it?
No, it's not. You can actually get it on YouTube. You're live right now.
Well, that's great. Okay. I'm just letting you know that you're not allowed to film our computer systems. Okay?
I wasn't filming your computer system. I have no intent to film your computer system.
Are you making a documentary or what's the deal?
Yeah. I don't have to disclose why I'm doing it. That will be revealed.
Yeah. Do you have any ID on you that you'd like to give me?
No, sir.
All right. Well, if you don't care who you are, then neither do I. Have a good day.
What's your name and badge number? You gonna photo identify?
Please stay out of the front yard, okay?
Wow, y'all are tyrants here, ain't you? What's yours?
You see it?
332?
Yeah.
And your policy to speak it? What if I can't read?
This is a two-way street, sir.
He's got an attitude problem. He has from the moment he walked out here with me.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, but we're not going to get worked up over it. Just stay out of the property, okay?
Stay off the property.
Okay?
If you want to film, film on the sidewalk.
It's funny, she thinks she knows who I am. Tyrants, man. All of them.
What we just saw is yet another example of police officers acting like they own public property. Let's get one thing straight. Government buildings funded by taxpayer dollars are not off limits to the public. You have every right to film from a public space. And the fact that they're harassing someone for doing just that is straight up unconstitutional. These cops love to throw around the term suspicious activity, as if it gives them the right to interrogate you for exercising your First Amendment rights. Guess what? It doesn't. You don't owe them any explanation for why you're filming. The moment they start asking for IDs or questioning your intentions, you need to stand firm. You don't have to provide your name, and you definitely don't need to justify why you're filming in public. That's your protected right under the law. Their attempt to paint you as a threat, even claiming you're filming their computers, is just desperate. It's a tired tactic meant to intimidate and distract from the fact that you're doing absolutely nothing wrong. And if they want to accuse you of being a troublemaker, wear that as a badge of honor. We're not here to please them. We're here to hold them accountable.
Inside the building?
You can't record inside.
Sir, don't be recording me. I'm not a police officer, so you need to not record me, okay?
Why y'all not why you not working?
We got a call out
You got stuff better to do, don't you?
Sir.
Okay, listen, what I'm saying is, why y'all wasting your time?
Would you please not videotape me, please, sir?
Why is that?
Please, sir?
Why is that?
I am not a police officer. I'm asking you not to videotape me.
You did what now?
We got a call for you. We're not here for recording skull cards.
You got a call for that?
Yeah, for you.
For what?
You can't be on
for
here,
what?
Sir. Right now. Like walk up and down the street. Record, like for the station order. You can't be doing that.
So what did they say I was doing? You say you got a call? Who called you?
I got a call for you.
You got a call?
Yeah, we got a call for you saying you.
Who called you? Who would call you and tell you I'm taking pictures? Who would do
How
that?
would I know? I got a phone call though for saying you're like.
You didn't get no phone call
Hey,
saying.
don't tell me, sir.
Well, I'm asking you, who called you?
Yeah. Clearly, we gotta run.
You can't give me an answer, so you just on some bullshit. What do you want?
How am I on
What can I do for you?
You can't be back here, sir.
I'm saying, what's the issue?
You can't be back here recording scout cars. You can't be doing that.
Yes,
man.
I can.
No, you cannot.
Well, I beg to differ.
You can't go in the parking lot.
I ain't in the parking lot. I'm not in the parking lot. I'm not in the parking lot.
Okay, well, can you go that way for me, please?
No, I cannot.
Go that way for me.
No, I'm not.
Sir, walk that way for me.
No, I'm not.
Sir, walk that way.
Listen, I can be right here. So you need to get back to work.
I am working right now.
What are you doing?
Sir, one more time. I'm going to ask you.
Listen. I said,
sir,
what did I do wrong?
Go that way, sir.
Listen, I'm staying. I need to. Listen, I'm taking pictures.
You can't do that.
Minding my business.
You can't do that, sir.
Yes, I can.
First of all, sir, personal cars can't be doing that. Like first of all officers can be.
I'm just walking down the street.
Okay, no, you're not. You're walking down the street, recording like scout cars and personal cars. You can't be doing that.
I can't do that.
You cannot.
I'm out here. I'm not inside of there. Listen, I like to take pictures of all y'all new cars, all the undercover cars. I like to keep track of that.
Okay. Well,
Okay. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
You interrupted me.
No. When I asked you the first time, like I said, what are you doing? You said minding my business. Okay. But my thing is, like I said, I came to ask you about what's going on.
You have a problem with that? Let me walking down here taking pictures. Well, I'm not in the parking lot. Okay, so get back to work. I'm not in the parking lot. He don't have a problem with me taking pictures. So,
yes, sir, like I said, sir.
He just said he don't have a problem with me taking pictures.
Okay, go that way. Have a good day.
No,
sir.
I'm not. I'm going this way and back this way and back that way until you get back to work. How about that?
Who car is that right?
That's my car.
That's your car?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. You write me a ticket. Go ahead. Okay, well, write me a traffic ticket. That's fine. But I'm gonna beat it because you out here giving me a ticket because I gave you a hard time. So you go ahead with that.
Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you.
I know I asked him not to record.
Okay, so I'm recording you.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
The fact that she's even an officer is astonishing. No matter what city you're in, we should hire law enforcement officers that are properly trained to enforce the law. I'm not sure what law she's trying to enforce there other than I have a badge in the gun law, so do what I say. Unfortunately for you tyrants out there, that's not how it works. Your paychecks are paid with the citizen tax dollars. So guys, please don't allow cops to violate your rights because that cop is going to think it's okay to do the same thing to the next civilian they encounter. We must not conform to the do what I say attitude, but instead hold every officer accountable for their actions. Let's keep going. Before we get back to the video, hit subscribe, smash like, and head to the comments to tell me what you think about the cops today.
Hey Joe, just make sure you stay out of the road so you don't get hit, okay?
I appreciate your concern. Thank you. I've been living for a lot of years without your help. Stayed out of the road and not get hit though.
Yeah, I don't want you to get hit.
I appreciate your concerns. Good to see you out here doing that. Thank you so much. What'd he do?
Step back out of the road, Joe. I don't want you to get hurt.
All right. Oh, am I in your crime scene? Well, you need to put some crime scene tape up so I know where I'm at here.
No, you just need to stay out of the road. I don't care if you stand in the grass. Stay out of the road.
All right.
Okay?
Oh, you're in the road?
Also, keep people from getting run over like Joe.
You're doing it's a good thing. All these vehicles that are coming through, all this traffic up and down the street that I've been recording. You're a superhero. You've saved me today. Thank you so much. What was your name? What was your name, officer? Doesn't your department have a policy when a citizen asks you who you are, you identify yourself?
Joe, you know who we all are. You know every one of us. So
that doesn't change the rules, though. So just because I know who you are, you don't have to identify yourself to me now? What if I want to know your badge number? What if I have a complaint?
then you know where to go. City Hall.
What would be the badge number I would use? What would be?
You would go to City Hall and you would tell them.
I'm aware.
You were down here.
I'm aware of how. I'm aware of the process. I would just need to know your badge number, right? Your policy, your department would say you would give me your name and badge number, right? I mean, otherwise, how would I know who you are? I could buy this costume on eBay, right?
Good.
Yeah, so, and then what? Just everybody's gonna think I'm a cop? I mean, that would be silly, right? Because I'm not.
Now, you'd be a felon.
Well, no, it's not a felony to dress like that. I can wear any costume I want. It's how
it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, no, it is certainly not. There is no law against me wearing. Go ahead and Google it. I can wear whatever. I can dress up like a cop, and it's Halloween right now.
Hey, we're trying to conduct business.
Do your thing, man.
Please stop talking.
I can say whatever I want. It's
You can,
American,
but
man.
please
I
stop
have a
talking
First
to
Amendment
me.
right to talk. Hey, you don't have to respond. I can talk to you all I want. You're the public servant, not me. I say whatever I want, man. Who the hell you think you are? You don't tell people what they can and can't say. You guys earn the hate, man. I'm standing here with the camera.
No, it's fine. No, we'll take it down there.
What's your name?
Officer Scott.
See how easy that was, Officer You Know Us All? That's a weird name, You Know Us All. I've never heard somebody name that before. Man, this young officer just showed you how it's done, boy. Woo! It was easy. You just say your name. It's real easy.
This clip proves how fast a cop can flip the switch and become filled with hate and anger, all because a citizen is exercising their First Amendment right. If there's a law preventing a citizen from dressing up as a police officer, it's not as good as the United States Constitution. Now, the danger in what is illegal is actually identifying to the public as a law enforcement officer and trying to enforce laws. Remember, law enforcement officers took an oath to uphold the United States Constitution, so no law a city or town creates shall restrict their freedoms. Now for the comment of the day, it's from Reverend Worm, and the Reverend said, "To be clear, I support the police generally, but I also love the First Amendment auditors and cop watchers who are helping to force officers to know and follow the laws, follow their procedures, and be held accountable to the public they serve. Every officer in the USA should have a body cam, and that body cam should be recording from the moment they start their shift to the time they end it, with no option for interruption."
So as I was explaining, not specifically saying that you were two talking, but they appear to be communicating vehicle from vehicle, okay, parking next to each other. Then either the same person or a third deputy followed me around all the way to the Arco gas station. I crossed this, before I even crossed the street, I witnessed him pull into the parking lot over there by the breakfast area. He made a U-turn in the empty parking lot, okay, made the right turn on this street, went all the way to the newer apartment buildings, came back around, and then I spotted him over there by Shell. And on my video, I told him, pull into the Shell so I can confront him. And I said that multiple times. I clearly expressed to him, why are you following me? Well, like a coward, he took off back into this parking lot, and by the time I got here, all three were gone. Okay?
And
So
this occurred after you were videotaping this facility?
Correct.
So why were you videotaping this facility?
For my own business.
Okay, but this is a private facility.
This is public area, ma'am.
Okay. So can
It's
you
a
see how
secure facility.
wouldn't it be-
Where? Show me the sign that is secured facility, sir.
Okay. So do you,
Show me the sign.
do you see the fencing with
Hold
the
on.
barbed wire on top?
Show me the sign where it says secured facility.
Okay, you can only access it through an access card. There's 8
Where am I standing right now?
barbed wire.
Where are we standing right now? Right now, where am I standing? No, answer my question. Where am I standing right now?
So you are
Here-
not allowing us to talk.
You know why? No, I'm not going to allow you, because instead of doing your job and listening to me, you're trying to accuse me that as if I did something wrong. Did I do something wrong?
Well, if you're in here recording our video,
Yeah.
our vehicle,
Right? Yes.
In a
Hey,
secured
this is
facility.
a secured facility.
So what?
I'm telling you, that would be suspicious to us. That's not normal.
Okay,
right?
so once you figure out that that's legal, why continue to pursue me?
So, I don't know what they did. What I'm trying to help you
No,
understand.
no, right now,
No,
let's go
I'm
back.
not gonna argue with
Okay,
you,
then if you're not gonna help me, and if you don't want to argue with me, both of you are dismissed,
we're
and I will,
dismissed?
absolutely.
Well, I can stand here too, can't
Well,
I?
so can I.
Okay.
Right? And I can film. In fact, I can go over here and film this.
Actually, no, you can't.
Okay. Yes,
No,
I can.
you can't.
Do not assault me, sir.
I did not assault
Yes,
you.
you
I
did.
stepped in your way.
Don't do that. You do that again, and we will have a serious problem. I'm telling
Yes,
you,
we
today
will.
is not the day. Today is not the day. I will stand my ground and I will physically defend myself. I promise you that.
You don't want that, right?
Don't assault me again. I'm promising.
I did not assault you.
Yes, you did.
My hands were up in
I'm
here.
a free
They did
man.
not move.
I'm a free man on a public property. I can move around as I please. You do this shit again, I promise you, you will have a problem.
You're not welcome
Don't
to
talk
go
to me
over
again. You're both dismissed.
Well, I'm not dismissed, sir. This is my sergeant. He's here to talk to you, okay?
I don't want to talk to anybody anymore.
Okay, then you're free to leave.
I can free to stay. What's your name, Sergeant?
We just asked you to leave.
Am I allowed to be on this property?
Not right now.
Why
They
not?
told you to leave.
What law am I breaking?
You have no business here.
What law am I breaking?
You have no business here.
Absolutely, I have business here. I just
What is
explained
it?
what my business
What
is.
is your business?
Talk to your lady over here.
I'll explain it to you.
I'm doing my investigation.
Okay, you can leave.
I'm not gonna leave. You can piss off. This is public property. I'm conducting my own business, my own investigation, and you don't have any rights to tell me I have to leave.
Sure we do.
No, you don't.
This is county property.
I don't give a what you say. You can say whatever you want. I don't have to follow your.
Okay.
Okay?
Let me look this up real quick.
Go ahead, look it up.
To go to jail.
Right there. It says right there. Public works. Public property. All public. I own all of this land. Everything. I own these vehicles. I own this lot. I own your dress code. Everything that's on you. On you. Everything. Your salaries, I pay for them.
So you've already been explained that you need to leave.
I don't give a damn what you say. You don't have any right to tell me I have to leave public property. I'm not breaking any laws.
Actually, this secure facility is.
It's not a secure facility. I'm in a public parking lot.
You need to
I am
leave.
not behind the fence, you idiot.
So we're not calling you names, right?
Well, I have freedom of speech. You should have done your job correct.
Speech is out there.
My freedom of speech everywhere it's public.
No.
All we're telling you is that we've asked you to leave the facility.
You have no right. That's unlawful order.
This is a county property, right?
It's public property. It's public property.
So can you see what? You can record all you want.
Exactly. You just said I could record all I want.
You can record that, but then we've asked you to leave.
Well, okay. Am I leaving or am I recording? What am I doing?
I just said if you want to record my car and document it, you're more than welcome. But
That-
I've asked you to leave, so it's time to leave.
Okay, so am I allowed to record?
You already got it. You already
Okay.
got my car. You got my license plate.
What if
you
I
got
want
my
to?
name,
What if
you
I
got
want
my
to do it a
badge
little bit
number.
more?
It's now time for you to leave.
Yeah, I didn't get his vehicle.
You already did. I watched you. So time to go.
No, it's not. Time to go when I say it's time to go.
Okay, so now I need to identify you because you are trespassing. Okay. So I need.
I'm on public property.
I just told you you're not welcome to be here.
Well, I'm welcome to
Therefore,
record,
I
right?
need your ID.
I'm welcome.
Where's your driver's license?
I'm not gonna give you anything.
Okay, then you need to leave. Otherwise, you are going to be trespassed.
When I'm done recording.
At that point, I'm investigating a crime.
When I'm done recording.
You are legally required to provide a.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
All right.
Be quiet. I want his business card. Does he have a business card?
You're not welcome to.
Does he have a business card? Go get his business card for me. I want your business card. Who do you think you are, assaulting citizens, man?
I didn't assault
You're gonna
you.
get a complaint.
My hands were not out of here.
You stepped right in front of me so that I would walk into you. That's what you did, and you had physical contact. And I have every right to be here and record. Yeah, shake your hand. Keep on shaking it. You're definitely gonna get a complaint.
Okay.
Yeah. This is not gonna be acceptable.
Okay.
I want his business card. Go knock on his door, or otherwise I will come up here. I don't give a damn what he's on.
Okay, well, you're not welcome to approach him. You need to stop.
Give me a business card, deputy.
I told
Or
you.
sergeant, whatever.
You're not welcome to approach him. He's on the phone.
Okay, good. I'll wait.
You need to wait.
I'll wait. Show me the sign where it says business hours on this lot. Where's it at? Where's the sign of business hours of this lot?
You've already been told to leave.
Doesn't matter what you say. I said, what are the business hours of this lot?
I'm not required to answer your
You
question.
need to leave.
At this point,
I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna leave when I want to leave. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. Just because you asked me to leave doesn't give
I
you
didn't
lawful
ask you,
authority.
I am telling you.
I don't give a
to
damn
leave.
what you're telling me. Get it? I don't care what you're telling me.
Oh, I get
I'm
it.
following the law. The law gives me
you're
the
not.
right to be on public property, record, investigate anything that has to do with public interest, especially if I am personally investigating a crime, being a victim of a crime, but one of you gangsters.
okay, so I just tried to talk to you and investigate that, and you were not complying.
You crossed that line when you tried to accuse me of something that I did wrong.
I asked you what
Okay?
happened on the 22nd.
I just told you.
And instead you just started yelling over me.
Right.
So
When
I can't help
when
you. You're yelling over me.
when this dude attempted to accuse me and then assault me.
That didn't happen. He did not assault.
Sure he did. It's on record.
It's recorded that he stepped in front of you to
Yeah.
prevent
Which
you
he
from
doesn't
going into
he doesn't I wasn't going anywhere that was restricted. I was just freely moving. Got it?
I'm not arguing.
Where was I going? Was I jumping over the fence? Was I going through the gate? Or was I simply walking where it is clearly marked for pedestrians to walk? Look the way you're parked. You're all parked illegally. If there were vehicles here, this would have been in violation. So you think you own this lot? Does it belong to you? Does that belong to you? It belongs to us. Got it? We the people. The moment you put the uniform on, you work for me. And your boss, your sheriff, is elected by me. Understood? So you and him, you all work for me. And I tell you what to do. And I tell you how to do it and when to do it. And I pay you to do that job. And when you don't do your job the way that I expect you, according to law, we are gonna have a problem. Got it? Get him over here. I need your business card, sir. Do you or do you not have a business card?
You talking to me?
Yes. Do you have a business card?
Well, you said it like you've asked me 15 times. I just opened my door.
I'm trying to get your attention, but you won't even allow me to walk up to you.
Well, I'm busy doing something.
So am I.
You guys can keep going.
Thank you, sir. You see? You see? No trespassing. Learn something.
You're wrong.
Yeah. If you were right, you would have already done something about it. Do it. Do it. Better not see one of you follow me.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
By the way, that camera, I'm gonna FOIA that. Make sure you don't delete it.
In this video, a citizen was simply exercising their constitutional right to film in a public space, yet they were met with unnecessary intimidation by law enforcement. The officers clearly overstepped their boundaries, claiming it was a secure facility without any proper signage or lawful justification. Filming in public is protected under the First Amendment, and the citizen was on public property. Instead of respecting these rights, the officers escalated the situation, blocking his path and demanding ID without probable cause. This blatant misuse of authority shows a complete disregard for the law they're supposed to uphold. It's unacceptable for officers to harass citizens over legal activities just because they don't understand or don't care about their rights. This overreach isn't just a mistake, it's part of a larger problem. When law enforcement chooses intimidation over understanding, it erodes public trust and weakens the very freedoms they're sworn to protect. If officers continue to trample on constitutional rights, we must push for reform and ensure those who misuse their authority face real consequences. The law is here to protect us all. Let's keep going. Another day, another investigation gone wrong. Billy, dressed like a full-on vampire slayer, sets out on a mission to find the mysterious Miss Ling, but instead, he ends up on the receiving end of a police intervention. In the end, Billy proves once again that looking badass is a crime in America. But tell me, who do you think was more confused in this whole situation, Billy or the cops?
Right now, I'm just conducting a quick investigation. Conducting an investigation. Frank sent me out here. Frank Pants?
No.
Oh. Well, right now I gotta just get a certain amount of details.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
I do mind.
Oh, really?
So could I better understand why we're filming the facility?
Yeah, we do have word on what you guys are doing here.
Do you have to get
Last name Ling, L-I-N-G. Ring a bell?
No.
Really? Ming, first name?
Nobody of that name works at this facility.
Well, no, she doesn't work here.
Or has.
I believe that she's here against her will.
I'm sorry.
So I'm trying to look for her through the windows. Maybe I'd be able to see her, or if you'd mind if I come inside.
Absolutely, I would mind if you came inside.
Oh, so I can?
No, you cannot.
Oh.
I'm going to call the chief of police.
No, please, ma'am. I have warranties. Please don't. Ma'am, please. I have a baggie with low math in it. We could do a trade. Mary James? No? I got a baggie with low math, though. I mean, could we do some trade? You could sell it. You could use it. It's a police. It's a police. I'm faster than you. Oh, yeah, sure. I thought you were my Aunt Maribel. Oh, good morning.
What's your name, partner?
They call me Billy.
Billy? Where you coming from, Billy?
Just down the road.
Where's down the road at?
Just over there.
Okay.
By the parking lot.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm trying to do an investigation.
Okay.
Trying to determine where the hell Miss Ling is located. And that woman's over there told me, hey, I'm going to snitch on you. I said, why the hell are you going to snitch on me?
What you got in the bag there, Billy?
Oh, I just have a bag with a little math in it and stuff. Bit of Mary Jane's, pills.
Billy, I'm being respectful with you.
Are you?
Okay.
Oh, yes, sir.
So be straight.
You're a man and women. I respect the men and women in uniform.
Okay. So what do you got in the bag there?
Oh, just a bit of Hornet supplies.
Can I see in there?
If you see men, yes. But there's no men in here.
Okay.
I do have some supplies.
With you?
Huh?
Yes, my ID with you?
Yes, sir. It's in my pants.
Can you get it from? Do you have any weapons on you?
No, I'm a good man.
Anything that would hurt me?
Yes.
What do you have?
Well, I do have a tape measure.
Okay, tape measure's not going to hurt me.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, well, I didn't know if you're going to measure something. But that woman's the one that called. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing here?
Oh, investigating.
What are you investigating?
I'm looking for Miss Ling.
Okay.
And that woman seemed like she's probably knows exactly where she's at.
Where are you supposed to be at right now?
I don't know.
Can you get
That's a good question. It's in my pants.
Okay. Can I hold this bag while I get your...
It'll make me nervous if you hold it.
Okay.
I got like baggy with little math and stuff in it.
I don't have to hold it.
Okay. Do you want
I'm just here to make sure you're okay and everything?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah. I'm Billy.
Can I see your ID?
Yeah, it's in my pants. I can put my arms up if you want to grab it.
I'd rather not touch you. Unless,
I mean, it makes me nervous, so.
Can you get it while you're holding your stuff?
I'm going to try. It's in my pants. Frank sent me, though, sir.
Who's Frank?
Frank Pants. That's actually his name.
Okay.
He sent me. He's being a son of a... And he's the one that got me in trouble here.
Okay.
But I'm just Billy.
Yeah, go ahead and grab it, Billy.
All right, it's in my pants.
Okay, that's not your ID, Billy.
Well, that's what my grandma gave me so I could give out.
Any other ID on you, Billy?
Just a D. I don't have ID. It makes me nervous if I have ID. I always got to stuff this in my pants so I don't lose it. Sir, Frank got me in this predicament.
Yeah, I'm 10-2, but if you could start this way.
No, don't send more, sir. I might have some warranties on me. Is this one? Is this a police?
No, that's not the police.
Hey, you got a notebook. I got one of those.
Yeah. Why would you have a warrant, Billy?
No, I got warranties, sir.
You got warranties?
I got them in a couple states. They called. I can't tell you. That'll make me nervous.
Well,
I just don't want to get in trouble.
You know I'm the police, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just here to help you.
Well, last time the police didn't help me. They sexually assaulted me.
Okay, I'm not going to sexually assault you.
Well, I had other men tell me that, and they still did.
Okay. So what's your last name?
It starts with a B.
Okay.
I'm just nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know. I'm just nervous around police.
Okay. Well,
I'm a good man,
just
sir.
to help you.
Yeah,
How
you
did
could
you
help
get
me
here?
by helping me find Miss Ling.
How did you get here?
Well, somebody drove me here.
Who drove you here?
Frank.
Frank
Pants.
Frank Pants.
That piece. And now he's trying to set me up, I guarantee it.
Where do you live at?
Well, I don't have a home. I'm kind of homeless, but I don't have a home.
Your clothes look clean and you so
Frank,
staying somewhere.
Yeah, Frank's house.
Where's that at?
I don't know. It could be around here, but I don't know for sure.
Do you know where you are right now?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Humboldt, Iowa.
Iowa. Do you live here in Humboldt?
Well, I can't give that out. He told me not to tell nobody.
Okay.
I'm just a good man, sir.
I believe you're a good man.
I've been nice. I just have some supplies on me.
Where'd you start from?
What do you mean?
Did you start from Frank's house, and why did he bring you up here?
Well, he set me up, apparently. He told me to come investigate here, and apparently he's the one that set me up. Because I believe he knows who that women's is, and he probably ratted on me.
No, she runs the plant here.
Oh, she's the plant manager?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been to a plant before,
Okay.
I like them, like them, love them a long time. It's just one plant. They got corn seed out here. They got beans.
Mm-hmm.
They got bean sprouts. They got grass. It's just kind of a farmer's market if you were to set up shop. And I do want to set up shop eventually, but I don't know why she's calling the police on me. I've been nothing but a good boy.
Well, you made her nervous.
I made her nervous.
Okay.
Is her name
How
Nellie?
are you dressed?
Like an assassin vampire slayer. Look at these pythons.
Okay. And you don't think that would make somebody nervous?
Well, I think that they would be like, wow, you look badass. And then I would be like, thanks, I do look pretty badass.
You look probably badass, and
thank you.
That makes them a little nervous.
Oh, really? So I have to look like a dumb nerd to make sure they don't call police?
Well, you made them nervous.
Oh.
You're videotaping out here.
Yeah.
And it's just different.
Okay. You ever heard those commercials, Born Different?
Yeah.
They used to be about, hey, I'm born different. That's because they were born gay. But I'm not gay, so it doesn't even matter. I might be different, but I'm the best. So I'm just trying to,
I'm concerned if I let you walk away, where are you going to go to?
Oh, I'm gonna keep running, not look back.
Is there someplace I can take you to?
Actually, if you don't mind, yeah.
Where would that be?
How about High V?
I mean, what are you going to do at High V?
Probably gonna go piss in there and stuff.
Okay.
Piss in the bathroom.
Someplace I can take you where you can stay for.
Well, Frank will probably come back. He always does. I just never know when.
You can't stay here.
I can't?
No.
Really? But what if I need to investigate him further?
Well, you can't.
What if I stay in the public?
No, you can't hang out here.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
Well, because you can't stand on the street.
Yeah. What if I stand by where the cars are all parked?
No, that's can't stand on the street.
How about the public easement?
No. We're gonna have to get you relocate you somewhere.
Relocate me?
Yeah.
To the gulag.
Are these recording right now?
Yeah, he told me to record.
Okay. There's two phones there. Who do those phones belong to?
Well, they're mine.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they working phones?
Oh, yeah, they work.
Okay.
They work pretty good. I like doing Facebook. I have a YouTube channel, Tone Live.
Okay.
I like to stream on there, Tone Live. We just do Ghost Gang stuff and have fun. Used to be Pink Gang, but we don't do that. We just do Ghost Gang.
Okay. Have you been to Humboldt before?
Oh.
Billy?
Seems like a great town, though. I might want to buy a house here.
There's one of my buddies that's pulling up. I
Really?
don't want you to be scared. I've been here for a while, so they come to check on me.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
All right.
So I don't want you to be
So I
scared.
won't run.
Yeah, no, you don't need to run.
That's like Deputy Douglas.
Yeah.
That's a state trooper.
No, this is my buddy Corey Lampy.
Oh, so that's police and sheriff.
Yeah,
That's a double
Corey's with
team.
the sheriff's office. Okay.
How we doing, Corey?
How are you?
Hey, I'm the best. Best of business.
With him here now, do you mind if I check you for some ID?
I do. I mean, that's the only ID I have, sir.
That was the only ID you had. Okay. So you can't stay here. Where can we get you to?
You got a park?
Well, I'm kind of thinking more of somewhere you can spend the night.
Motel 6.
Do you have money?
Well, I got to work for that money. But I could do it. I could get on my YouTube channel, Tone Live. We could get some donations
So I
rolling.
can't take you to Motel 6 if you don't have a way to pay for it.
Yeah, I got to earn the money first, but I could earn it by this evening.
Okay. Where are you from?
Waterloo.
Waterloo. What brings you over this way?
Well, Frank sent me over here. And he told me to investigate, look for Miss Ming Ling in this building, but apparently they called the police because I look like a vampire slayer.
Is that what you were told? That's not what I was told. I was just told you were acting suspicious.
Oh.
All we got.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what. Yeah, I was talking about wearing a. I mean, I thought it looks badass, to be honest.
We
Looks
live in a free
badass.
country. You can dress as however you want to dress.
Yeah, see, that's what I was. That's what I wanted to tell him. But
Billy, here's my concern.
Yes, sir.
If I let you just walk away and just start wandering around, we're going to get more calls on you tonight.
Really?
Yep. I promise you, we're going to get more.
Damn,
calls.
that's messed up. Why are they calling the police on me though? Just because I look cool?
Yeah, because you look cool.
That's. They're trying to get me thrown in a cell. I don't know. I don't like this. I'm just trying to do the right thing out here.
Oh. Do you know anybody over here?
Just Frank.
Frank
Pants.
Frank. They know this.
I don't. Well, he's been a friend of mine. He watches Facebook. We always talk on there. We talk on YouTube. My channel's Tone Live. I just stream on there.
So, your plan was to stay in a park tonight here?
Well, no. I just wanted to go to the park.
Okay.
Frank will pick me up eventually. He always does.
Do you have a phone number for me to call him?
No, I got the text now app, and then he always shows up when I do like live stream on Facebook or on YouTube. I could try setting it up. I mean, I didn't know I was committing a crime.
You're not committing a crime.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to make sure you're okay.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
What our goal is.
I'm the best. I'm in top tier shape. I've been exercising, been running, trying to get the cardio, trying to get the muscle. I used to be fatter, but I'm losing weight every single day.
You said something about somebody in the building here?
Yeah, well, I was looking for Miss Ling, L-I-N-G.
He's investigating a missing person.
Yeah, just a women's that's been, off the blip for quite some time, about a year and a half or so, and I just wanted to make sure she's down here. I listen to what Frank tells me to. I mean, Frank's the mastermind. If he knows what needs to be done, then I normally will listen to him. But I'm kind of thinking that Frank's kind of a piece of
We've gone through all the questions of he doesn't have a psychologist, a psychiatrist.
No, hell no. They'll say I'm retarded. I don't want to be special needs. Like, I don't want to follow. No, I got pills and
for others. So we need to just.
I mean, I thought
because if you stay here, you're gonna come back on the property.
I haven't been on property though, sir. I promise I won't. I'm just trying to be a good man.
Do you know anybody in any of the towns around here?
Well, you got Fort Dodge. I mean, Frank's going to be picking me up anyway, so.
Because I guess what I was getting at is if you know somebody from Fort Dodge, I might be able to get you a courtesy ride down there.
Ooh, that'd be nice. But I'm going to have to live stream first and talk to Frank before I figure this out.
Well, how about we get you to Fort Dodge? Where you can.
Well, I don't think he's going to be down there though. I just want him to pick me up because he drove me here. I'll go do a live stream now and go ask Frank.
Can you do a live stream from right here?
Yeah.
Go ahead and start your live stream.
Okay.
You start your live stream, and I'm going to talk to.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll figure it out. All right, Frank. Are you in here? Frank says he's going to come get me.
Okay.
He just said I got you.
Okay.
Somebody said put your pants on, Frank.
Okay. Well, do me this then. Hang out over there. Don't come across the street. Don't stand in the street.
Really? All right. Hey, I'll go exercise for a bit. That's fine. I'll do jumping jacks.
If you get over to the grass, you're good.
Okay. The grass will save. You know what I'm saying?
We can't be on the travel portion. We're interfering with traveling public. Okay?
Oh, so I can't just run back and forth on the road. All right. That's fine.
If you're going to do us a favor. So we will get fewer calls if you were to be over in the grass.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Hey.
That's all we're asking.
Hey, I'll do that. That's not a problem.
Okay. Billy. All right.
Hey, you guys have a good one. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to do some exercising.
Okay.
Frank, I'm waiting for you, Franklin.
This entire interaction is pure gold. What starts as a bizarre, self-proclaimed investigation quickly turns into a full-blown comedy show starring a guy in a vampire slayer outfit and a group of thoroughly confused officers. The man claims he's looking for a missing woman, Miss Ming Ling, but his methods involve offering trade deals, selling breast enlargement pills, and making increasingly ridiculous comments that leave even the cops unsure whether they're being pranked or dealing with something more serious. At first, the officers try to figure out what's happening, but their patience starts wearing thin as they realize they're in for a wild ride. The guy keeps dropping nonsensical claims. Frank Pants set him up. He's carrying warranties, not warrants, and he's definitely not nervous, except when he is. Oh, and apparently, dressing like a badass is now a crime because he blames his fashion choices for getting the police called on him. Classic. Then we hit the real masterpiece. The guy goes into full survival mode. He considers running from the cops, but ultimately decides to go live on Facebook to summon Frank, his shady handler who may or may not even exist. The officers, seemingly defeated, just ask him to move to the grass to avoid more 911 calls. This might be the strangest police interaction ever caught on camera. The guy's trolling game is elite, the officers have no idea what they just experienced, and Frank Pants remains a mystery. Honestly, someone needs to turn this into a Netflix special. Let's keep going. Before we get back to the video, hit subscribe, smash like, and head to the comments to tell me what you think about the cops today.
Hey guys, Denver Metro Audits, aka the Mile High Auditor. I'm actually over here at the park. Here, this is at the elementary school. Come here all the time, but this is the public park. That's the private park over there. This is just a public park here. Just here with Minnie. Don't have Loaf, Sweet Tea has Loaf, but just came here. I saw a Sheridan police officer over here, so I don't know. He's got his lights on, so we're just gonna go check it out, see what he's doing over there. Oh, look, there's another one. I don't know what the heck's going on over here. Oh, it's Officer Hal.
What's up, Mr. Gravella?
Hey, what's up, Val?
How are you, man?
Oh, not bad. Enjoying this nice weather.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Working.
Oh, yeah? But I mean, what are you doing right now, though?
I thought you had 2 dogs.
Oh, yeah, well, Minnie was in heat, so I had to separate them.
I got you.
I'm picking him up later.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, I guess they did a traffic stop here. That's what's going on. Okay, so we got Garcia here. That's Garcia. I think I went to high school with this guy. And now we got a 3rd unit that just came up. So something's definitely going on here.
Hey, sir.
Hey.
You're free to film as much as you want.
I know.
As you know. But
Yeah.
would you mind just doing me a favor and stepping over here and filming everything?
No, I don't
that
think.
way you're not behind my other officer.
No, it's okay. I'm not physically interfering. I know the interference law. I have to use
Okay,
physical
it's
force,
for
threaten to use.
safety. That's fine. Let's
Okay.
stand right here then.
That's fine. Is that why you came here? Because it's me?
Yes, sir. Make sure
Okay.
my other officers are safe.
Safe for me? Have I ever tried to hurt you guys?
No, sir, but I don't know you.
Okay.
I've never met
But-
you. I've never interacted
But
with
you know who I am. I'm not going to
I
hurt
don't
you
know who
guys.
you are.
Hey, so how about rather than interaction, let's finish and stop.
Yep.
And then we can chat.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, man.
When we're undivided attention, man, it's a little unsafe.
Okay, you guys don't have to engage with me. I won't try to bother you. So, of course, they had to send another unit because of the peaceful cameraman guys. And then, yeah, I haven't met this guy yet. Let's see if I can zoom in on his name. Looks like...
Stay back, sir. You don't need to come any
Is that
close
law?
to me.
Is that
You're
law?
allowed to zoom in and do whatever you need, but you don't need to get
Okay,
any
man.
close to me. sir.
Why you got to be like that, man? Why
I'm
can't you
not
just be
doing
cool?
anything. For my safety, you
Okay, what's your name and badge
okay?
number then? You can start acting like that. What's your name and badge number, man?
What's that?
What's your name?
2404.
2404. What's your name?
Wolf.
Huh? What was it? Name.
You can go back and listen to your
I
recording.
can't. I didn't hear it. What's your name?
I just told you to go back and listen to
Look at this guy, man. We got another tough guy over here. Doesn't know how to be professional, man. He wants to come over here barking unlawful orders. You know, I can at least say that Fal's always been a pretty decent guy, man. He's cordial, he's nice, doesn't give unlawful directives. So we got this guy right here who's new. Wants to come over here and just tell me to back up. In order to interfere, I have to use physical violence, threaten to use physical violence or an obstacle. I'm not interfering. I'm just standing here observing. Irizarry versus Yahaya. It's a case law. I can record police officers in the course of their duties. I just can't interfere. I was to say, get back. I'm here to protect my officers for their safety. And he wants to be rude. He's got to look, he's got We the People there. 1776. That's funny. That's hilarious. You know the 5 freedoms guaranteed by that First Amendment on that document there? I wonder if he even knows the Bill of Rights. He swore an oath to it. He's got We the People on his arm. Yeah, he wants to come over here and be rude, try to bully me away from a place I have a right to be. I have a right to stand here and record you guys. And you want to be rude and unprofessional, give me an unlawful directive. Then I didn't hear his name, and of course he has to, oh, just rewind it. That's what I'm talking about, man. This is the reason why I come over here and record you guys when I see you. If you guys would just be cool all the time, I have no reason to come over here. I walk my dogs over here all the time, so I see reds and blues, and of course I come over here because I'm gonna get some guy like this. You know, if it was just people like Foul all the time, I wouldn't need to come over here and record. But we got guys like Bruce Williams and this guy. Here's Garcia. So we got this many officers, because why? Because so Garcia must have seen me come over here and record for a traffic stop, and then, hey Garcia, hey, can you get this guy to give me his business card, please? He's not. Can you get this guy right here to give me his business card, please? He won't identify. He said his name, but then I couldn't hear it, and then he's being rude.
Sorry, man. We were halfway through the conversation with your other dogs.
Yep. Hold on, man.
Oh, cool.
I'll talk to you, but I want to get this guy over here, man.
All right.
You guys did a good job. Thank you, Garcia. Thank you, Foul. But this guy right here, man, it's freaking needs to do better, man. Do better. Be respectful, man.
Telling me to do better.
Enjoy your walk. Enjoy your day.
You too. Guy's a freaking clown, man.
Another textbook case of police officers pretending that officer safety gives them the right to override constitutional rights. It all started as a simple traffic stop, but the moment a camera appeared, the paranoia kicked in. Suddenly, backup was needed, not for a crime in progress, but for a guy standing there filming. One officer, Foul, kept it professional, but of course, there's always that one cop who just has to escalate. Instead of respecting the right to film, he started throwing out the usual intimidation tactics. Step back, stay away from my officer, and the classic refusal to identify. All of this while proudly sporting a We the People tattoo. And let's talk about that arrogance. When asked for his name, instead of simply repeating it like a professional, he pulled the old rewind your camera move as if being held accountable was beneath him. This is exactly why cops like this get recorded in the first place, because without a camera, they'd get away with this nonsense unchecked. In the end, he walks away with his tail between his legs, another failed attempt at flexing authority where he has none. Meanwhile, Garcia, another officer on scene, at least had the decency to provide a business card showing how simple professionalism can diffuse a situation. But officers like our We the People tough guy, they're the reason why people keep filming, because accountability isn't optional, it's a necessity. Huge respect to the cameraman for standing his ground and refusing to be intimidated by these empty power plays. While some officers love to act like a camera is a threat, he didn't budge. He knew his rights, he exercised them, and he didn't let the weak attempts at intimidation shake him. And let's keep going.
How you doing, sir?
All right, how you doing today?
Good. May I ask why you're filming?
I just feel like it.
You just feel like it?
Yes, sir. Trying to find anything interesting going on. Can I ask you the name and badge number?
Tullia Mitchell 5544.
5544?
So why are you filming the petroleum? So we got a call.
Okay.
That's why I'm out with you.
All right.
People are concerned about you filming the petroleum.
Just seeing what I can find interesting to report on, you know. You never know when you're going to get that video that's going to make you a lot of money.
Report to who?
Anywhere. I might sell it to a news agency if something interesting happens. You never know. Some of them news agencies pay pretty good.
Okay, well, you know my name. What's your name?
I don't give that out.
No,
It's against my policy. It's against my policy to give out my name.
Your policy? Who do you work for?
Me?
You work for you?
Yeah, sir.
I'm not a sir.
Okay.
So,
All right.
you don't want to give me your name?
No,
Why not?
because I don't want to. I don't like giving out my name. Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Oh, this is one of the Second Amendment guys.
Excuse me?
You're one of the Second Amendment guys, aren't you?
Second Amendment?
Yeah. Civil rights guys?
What's your name and badge number?
What's your info?
JP Gunning.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There you have it. What's yours?
What's your badge number?
P3703.
P3703.
Yeah.
Thank you, because that's your policy.
Yeah, I know.
Uh-huh. Is there something wrong with Second Amendment? You don't like the Second Amendment?
I'm not going to have this conversation with you.
Well, you're the one brought it up, though.
No, that's just who you are, though. I've seen your picture on the emails, so.
If you don't want to have the conversation, why'd you bring it up? I'm just curious on that one right there.
Because that's who you are, right?
You see my picture as a Second Amendment person, huh?
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I find that very interesting. On an email. An official email. Do you remember what it says? Because I'm going to FOIA that and see what it says, because I'd like to know.
That's our personal knowledge.
Yeah, but it's public record if it's in an email, official email.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see about getting that one.
Okay.
City of Charlotte's usually pretty good about giving out FOIA requests. They answer them pretty good.
Real quick. So you're telling me that Brand Example News had his picture taken from another auditor incident, and it was sent in a company-wide email saying, watch out for this Second Amendment guy, like he's a terrorist looking to do harm to someone. This is a perfect example on why you don't hand over your ID when a cop requests it. To be honest, this is most likely going to happen to your volunteer information. But I'm glad to hear that Brand Example News say he's going to FOIA that email. If you're not familiar with the FOIA, that's an acronym for Freedom of Information Act. As you can see on the screen, the Freedom of Information Act is the U.S. federal Freedom of Information law that requires the full or partial disclosure of previously unreleased or uncirculated information and documents controlled by the United States government, state, or other public authority upon request. So remember, this is your right to obtain certain information that they try to hide from us. That is public knowledge.
City of Charlotte's usually pretty good about giving out FOIA requests. They answer them pretty good.
So actually, I do have a question for you.
Okay, question. I might answer it, I might not. You never know.
Why?
Why what?
Why do you do this?
Why not?
Knowing that we have sergeants that look at our body camera and would report any violation to our internal affairs office, why do you feel the need to come out and police the police?
You never know. You know, sometimes they attack you.
No.
So if you got the email about me,
I've been doing this over 20 years, and I've never attacked somebody.
But if you got an email about me,
Yeah.
me personally, you know I was attacked.
No, it doesn't give us that kind of information.
But I will grant it, it was not Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police that did it.
Okay. I'm willing to listen real quick.
It was G4S that did it.
Down at the transit center?
See, if you know me, you know what happened then.
Actually, but you know how many emails I see in a day? So fill me in. G4S attacked you at our transit center?
Yeah, we'll see. It's all, I got to keep all that in under wraps because there's going to be a big court case about that. Really big one.
Okay. Do I have to wait?
Well, I'm going to do a report on that.
I don't watch the news that much, so.
I'm going to do a report on that.
Can you just fill me in,
And
sir?
all of it will be on a report.
But
And
really,
when I do the report, I'm sending it to Charlotte City.
Okay.
Because I've already got G4S's contract, and they breached the contract several times. So, and their contract ends in October, and then they've got city has an option of renewing it for a year. I'm gonna see about stopping that renewal. That's my plan now since I was attacked by them.
Let's see what you're causing.
Nope, I'm not causing that.
Watch what you're causing.
You see that right there?
I'm parked here because I'm talking to you.
You see where she parked?
Yeah.
She's out of the way.
No.
You parked in the way. I've stood here and watched several trucks come out
You're
here.
the cause, though.
I'm
You're
not
the
causing
cause.
this. No,
You're the cause.
that's projection. That is projection. There's
You're
plenty
the
of
cause.
places for you to park where they could have got through, but you refused to do that. You'd rather
But
park
if
in the
you
way.
weren't here doing this, we wouldn't be out here.
She didn't park in the way. She did not park in the way. You parked in the way. You caused it, not me.
You did.
No.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
That's projection. That is
what?
pure projection. Your projection, your flaws on me.
My response.
That is your flaw that you parked in that driveway when there's all kinds of other ways to park.
Sir, it's not a flaw.
It is a flaw.
But anyway.
Question.
Did you come out here to start filming because you knew we were gonna get a call on you?
Nope, I was hoping you wouldn't call. Nobody would call. I was hoping nobody would call, is what I was hoping for. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Now, have I done anything illegal? Have I broken any laws? Okay, so no. So it wasn't me. So it wasn't me that caused it because I broke no laws. I did nothing wrong. Did I do anything wrong? Did I do anything illegal? Did I break any laws? And he could have parked anywhere else except for right there.
First, let's acknowledge the fact that this cop has been with the department for over 20 years, but still doesn't have any stripes. Still responding to calls for a citizen filming on the side of the road. Oh, and let me answer your question on why do you feel the need to police the police? Maybe because police lie, arrest, beat, and pew citizens for victimless crimes that most likely are escalated by the police. So that's why we need to police the police. Also, the fact that the cop stated that Brand Example News was the reason for the traffic backup is one of the major issues we have between law enforcement and citizens. Most cops' thinking process doesn't add up to the level of our community needs to trust them with the badge, gun, and the authority they have. But before we go, let's watch this clip back.
Okay, well, you know my name. What's your name?
I don't give that out.
No,
it's against my policy. It's against my policy to give out my name.
Your policy? Who do you work for?
Me.
In my opinion, this reply should be used more often. I loved it. The cop said, you know my name, so what's your name? Brand Example News had the best comeback ever. He said, I don't give that out, it's against my policy. To me, that sounds professional, as if he's actually working for a company and that is their actual policy.
So you need some help something with that?
I don't.
Are you here from court or anything?
What's that?
Are you here from court or anything like that?
I just said I don't need any help.
Well, sir, you're walking around here with a camera on you.
And I can do that.
Sir, excuse me?
And I can do that.
Why are you walking around with a camera?
Because I can.
Sir, am I getting an attitude with you?
You are.
Just asked you a question.
You're interrupting my video. Thank you. Is Agent Sterling Hill in today or his supervisor? Ma'am, I don't want to give my name. I just need to speak to his supervisor if he's here. And I still have it. I have 2 of them. Please tell me what law I'm breaking. None. Exactly. Get out of my face. What's going on, man? I'll be standing right here. And I said I don't need any help.
I'm talking about boss. Give me 1 second, please.
You're talking about me?
Yes, I am, sir. I've given you no lip or no disrespect. There's no reason you need to do that to me right now.
There's no reason for you to ask me, can you help me? This is a public space. I'm open to move freely as I want to. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is this a public space?
For people on supervision?
No. Is this a public space? Is this building limited to only people that are on supervision?
We have close to extension downstairs. This is a probation office.
Okay, but my question is this space limited to only people? No, you can't. And I've already told this gentleman he can't.
But you have no reason to be on this floor, sir. You have no business.
Sir, did you not just see me go to that window?
And I asked if I could help you with a camera strap to your
You
chair.
can't help me with anything. I already told you that. The person that I want to speak to, I went to the window to ask for them. You're not him. I'm 100% confident.
But come on, we'll go up here and find out who you're looking for. Come on.
And who are you?
I'm the assistant agent in charge.
Come on, we're going to
Okay.
find
I
out.
need you to go this way. Come on.
You don't tell me where to
Yes,
go.
I can. I can actually remove you from this building.
Yep, okay. We'll find out today.
Okay, who did you ask for? Did you sign in?
I didn't sign in. She didn't ask me to sign in. Is that your policy to sign in?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Oh, well, you might want to get on her. She didn't tell me to sign in.
Who did he ask for? You didn't ask to speak to anybody?
Ask her what I asked her.
Did you speak
No,
to
did you
him?
ask to speak to anybody? That's what we're wanting to know.
And if you ask her, she'll tell you.
Did you?
I don't have to tell you
Yes,
either.
you do.
Okay, you'll find out.
I can't. Sterling.
See?
Supervisor.
That lady was all the way back there and she heard it. So how come she didn't hear it and she was right there?
Okay.
Sounds like a
Are
bunch
you
of
on probation?
I don't have to answer your
Are
question.
you on probation?
I don't have to answer your
Yes,
question.
you need to leave the building. Come on. You have to
Sir,
leave the building.
don't touch
yes,
me.
I do. You
Don't
have to
touch-
leave. I can instruct you
Okay.
to leave this building.
All right.
And place you on trespass.
Oh, you're going to place me on trespass from a
Yes,
public
we
space?
can.
From a public
Yes,
space?
we can.
Okay. From a public space?
Yes, we can.
All right, we're going to find out.
You being resistant?
I don't have to be resistive. You don't give me lawful orders.
We just did. Step out
Okay.
of the building.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to go live now. We're here at the probation office. This is not.
Do you have an ID on you?
No, you're not getting my ID.
Do you have an
You're
ID
not
on
getting
you?
my
Yes,
ID.
we can require. South Carolina code
No.
can require you to
No,
possess ID.
that's only when I've broken the law, or you
No,
can
that's
articulate that I
incorrect.
have correct.
That's
no,
incorrect.
No, you're not correct.
You're being disorderly conduct.
I'm being disorderly because
Yes.
you're refusing me in a public space.
We're not refusing you. We asked you who you needed to see.
Did the lady just tell you who I asked to speak to?
Yes, she did.
Okay,
And
so
then
I
you
just
tried
asked to speak to someone,
you
correct?
said, when we asked you about the person, you said Agent Hill. Okay.
No, I didn't. I said Agent Hill's supervisor, not Agent Hill.
Okay, and when we said something about going to get him, you said what? I don't need to talk to you.
I don't need to talk to him, is what I said. Him. He asked me that I need his help.
He is an agent of this department. He can ask anyone anything up in the hallway that is standing
And
in
I
the
don't have
hallway.
to answer the
No,
question.
You do.
No,
or
I
you
don't.
can be removed from the
Okay,
office.
how about we contact the police department? They can explain it to you.
And we'll put you on trespass notice.
Okay, well, you'll find out. This is a First Amendment protected activity.
That's incorrect. It's
Okay,
not.
okay, we'll
You need
find
to go
out.
back to Kellogg's Law School you went to.
Okay. And what's your name again?
Oh, wait. I don't have to tell you that.
Oh,
You know what you
true.
said?
That's so true.
Did you have paperwork for Mr. Hill?
Okay, can you send a city officer up to the
I asked to speak to his supervisor.
South Tower Street. We're going to place an individual on trespass notice in this building. We need to step outside. He said, I don't have to do this, that, or the other, but we just want him placed on trespass notice in the building due to cause ruckus upstairs. And it just, you know, we're here to help somebody if they want to tell us, but he refuses to tell us anything.
Am I required to answer your questions?
There we go. That's.
Am I required to answer his questions because he asked me something? I don't think so.
What's your name, sweetie?
I'm not going to tell you.
You gotta tell me your name.
I do not.
Yes, when I get out with you, you have to tell me your name.
That's not true.
That
Get
is
your
true.
supervisor. What's your name and your badge number?
My name is Officer Bates. My badge number is 625. Would you like to speak with my supervisor?
Either your supervisor or your watch commander, one of the two. I know that's not your policy.
To begin, this was a public servant failure from the start. The so-called agent of the department created the issue, coming off so aggressively, speaking to South Carolina accountability like he's used to talking to the probationers. This type of attitude being displayed by public servants is unacceptable and they should be removed from their duties. State employees should be grateful to have such a position and should always show their gratitude to the citizens who fund their paychecks. Now to the female cop on scene, she is just as educated on the law as my 6-year-old daughter. I'm sorry, Jordan, to compare you to her, but this is sad. This cop knew nothing about what constitutes her getting ID from a citizen. And she knew absolutely nothing about lawfully trespassing a citizen from public property. What's the point of being a police officer if you have to refer to your supervisor to do your job properly? Let's see how the supervisor behaves when they arrive.
He's on his way.
And there's no refusing to give information as I'm not required because I haven't committed a crime.
Okay. Well, if
Just because you
anybody
make contact with me,
any business owner can put anybody
this isn't a business.
they want to.
This is state probation. That means it is a public space.
You can still put people on trespass.
Yeah, if they've committed a crime.
You're trespassing. Like they don't want you here.
Okay, it's a public space. Can't be trespassed.
My supervisor's on the way.
I heard you the first time you said it.
Can we move to the sidewalk so they're not in the middle of the
Yeah, I don't want to get charged for pedestrian in the roadway. So I really don't even care about that. She's basically telling me that I need to ID, and I haven't committed a crime. This
Okay,
isn't
so
a stop in an ID state. And just because you received a call for service or a suspicious person still doesn't
stop you. We know what this is all about, that you're trying to draw the officers in and saying that they're violating your rights. But here's what the deal. They want you on trespass from here, okay?
For what reason? What
you have to ask them. We don't
Can you articulate the crime that I've committed? Because he says that I don't have to commit a crime.
To the office said, and he told the lady up front.
No, he told you to ask for me to ask you.
She said that he said, I want to speak to Sterling Hill's supervisor, and they asked me, what his name is, and this is how I got involved. I'm the assistant agent, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
And they said he's video and he won't tell the name. So I come up there and we're like, who are you here to see? I don't have to tell you that. Well, what's your name? I don't have to tell you that. Like, well, are you on probation? I don't have to tell you that. I'm like, well, if you're not on probation and you won't tell us who you are because of safety hazard, we have a lot of people report that you need to leave the building. I don't have to leave the building. Sir, you need to be leaving the building. We're going to place you on trespass. You won't tell us what you need, what you're about. Just, I want to talk to this person. We don't know if it's a setup or somebody, he's going to assault a supervisor. We don't know. He won't tell us anything. So for safety reasons, well, then you need to leave the building. It's a law enforcement, up there. And he said, I'm not leaving the building. You need to step outside and place you on trespass. Say, come on, let's go. He come down there and he said, I don't have to leave the building. We said, go. Started to close the door. He grabbed the door. Said, no, I don't have to leave the building. He pulled back on the door to try to forcibly enter the building. And that's when we called, said we're going to call the city. He said, we'll call the police. They can come up here and tell you I don't have to leave. And that's why we called. And but we want to know how can we help him to begin with, but he won't explain anything. And that's where we're at now.
So here's what's happening is, I'm not sure if you all saw that video. There's several guys going around, and I'm just going to be honest, and I know you're recording me because I'm recording you. What they're trying to do is they're trying to draw law enforcement in to say that we're violating their rights. First Amendment rights.
Right.
And they're trying to draw you in with the First Amendment and Fourth Amendment and all that good stuff. So that's what that's about.
Okay. We don't know. I hadn't seen anything.
I agree with you. I agree with you. You don't know. You deal with a whole lot of people here. So I totally agree with you.
The principle is I'm not required to answer your questions in public. One, I'm not a probationer. I'm not on parole. I'm not required to answer your questions. Two, it's a public space. Three, you put your hands on me to remove me from a public space, which you didn't have. Did you not touch me? Did you touch me in the process?
Come on, let's go.
You're not answering the question. Did you touch me in the process?
Do what I was like.
Yeah, because I don't have to do what you say. That's what you don't understand. I don't have to do what you say. You have no governing authority over me.
But anyways, that's why we're here.
Again, I'm not going to ID, and I'm not going to be placed on trespass because it's a public space.
That's what I'm saying. Is this some Homeland Security thing? I don't know.
Would you like to see the paperwork? Homeland Security gives us the authority to record government entities.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
They've been, like I said, there's a couple of them circling around. They've been down to the courthouse.
I was just there 30 minutes ago. Because we have the right to do so.
They've been down to the courthouse. They've been down to our police department. They've recorded the county officers. And again.
And I respect your opinion. You feel like we're baiting you in, and I necessarily don't. Like I said, I came in here with the purpose to. That's what I said, and I respect your opinion. And there's some of us that do, but I didn't. I actually came in here with the purpose to see a supervisor, but someone asked me how can they help, and I said no, you can't, because I didn't want to speak to that person. He wasn't the supervisor in charge. I knew he wasn't. So because he didn't have on the proper uniform. I've never seen a supervisor, if any of the probation officers in South Carolina, that wear a uniform. They always dress casual like you guys.
Because our policy is wear like a business attire.
Okay. Again, what was he the supervisor though? Exactly.
So you didn't know. Again, you didn't.
I mean, well, I guess my assumption was correct, but it was correct.
No, it was incorrect.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but anyway.
So like I said, we just let them record.
Yeah. Am I being placed on trespass?
As far as I'm concerned, no.
Thank you.
We just let them record, but we do keep.
Am I free to go?
You are.
Thank you. Free to go and free to stay.
So the supervisor claims that lawfully filming the public building is baiting the police. So what is it called to leave a vehicle with the keys in it and the door open parked in a poverty-stricken area? The real question is, how is it so easy for law enforcement to be baited? Let me guess. Because it's normal for them to violate citizen rights. And when we film you violating our rights, it's called baiting? What kind of cop logic is that? Law enforcement officers simply don't like being held accountable. That's why they treat camera-wielding citizens like criminals. Cops will use their connections at the local news station to do a story to slander First Amendment auditors. They claim that we're out to cause problems for a reaction. No, we're just out with the camera, and public service causes the problem because they don't like being filmed, which is then the reaction. Cops will eventually find a reason to pull over an auditor to get their information and enter their name into a database with real criminals. Unfortunately, I don't see the situation getting any better anytime soon, but we must continue our fight. It's awesome to see South Carolina Accountability have those servants educated and walk back into the building to finish filming his visit. I would give that supervisor some props for upholding the citizen rights, but I'm not, because he did what he had to do to prevent from being fired and sued, because obviously a higher up from the state government had informed them of our rights in an email. Before we get back to the video, hit subscribe, smash like, and head to the comments to tell me what you think about the cops today.
What's your name and badge number?
Name and badge number, it is Corporal Moore, badge number 1114.
All right, what about you?
Officer Taylor, badge number 1150.
How long you been on the force, Corporal Moore?
Been here 5 years.
5 years?
Yes, sir.
At College Station?
Yes, sir.
What about yourself?
Just under 5 years, about 4.5.
Okay.
A little over 4, I guess. All with College Station.
As either one of you in that span of time, have you all had to use your service weapon?
I don't understand why that pertains to the conversation that we're having.
Just asking you a question.
I get it. So, I'm not going to answer that question.
What about you?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Have you been accused of excessive force?
Again, I'm not going to answer that question. It doesn't pertain to why we're here. You'll feel free to make a public record.
How about you?
Same thing, sir. Can we help you with anything, sir?
Can you answer a question?
I've already told you can make a public records request to the PD.
And I can also ask you in person.
Right. And you have that other option, which is what I'm going to tell you, direct you to do.
You're not directing me to do anything.
Okay. I am giving you that information. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, let's get that straight.
Okay.
You're not directing me to do anything.
Can I assist you with anything?
Can you assist yourself?
Okay. Well, we're going to leave then. You have a wonderful night, okay, sir? All right. Good talk.
That's the smoothest I've ever heard a cop getting on. BCS said, "You're not directing me to do anything." But if this corporal can use the breath to direct the citizen on how to get information they're asking for, then why not use the same breath to answer their questions? Law enforcement officers need to take every opportunity to start closing the gap between themselves and the public, so one day we can eventually start to respect them again. Now for the comments of the day. We have Randy L, and he says, "You would think that some of these cops will get into trouble when these videos like these surface, but no, you never seem to hear anything in the way of punishment. We should, as citizens, be able to cite them and levy fines in lieu of a qualified decision. Oh wait, we do. It just doesn't apply to them." Next comment is from Sydney Downey, and she says, "Until these cops are required to suffer the consequences of their illegal actions, this will continue."
What's up, everyone? Got some activity over here. See what's going on.
Stay back there, okay?
Hey, don't give me directives, buddy.
Sorry?
Don't give me directives. Just do your job. Just do your job. Do your job. So he's probably calling for backup now because he's a coward. So we got Officer 201-23255. He wants to give me directives.
Back up the way like I see you, okay?
What's your name and badge number, bud?
Officer Savage, badge 201.
Hey, Officer Savage, don't worry about where I'm at.
Don't tell me what to worry
Do your
about.
job. Do your job. I'm on a public easement. I can be wherever I want.
For your safety, you got a gun and a badge and a taser, and you're worried about your safety? You can't ask me anything, buddy. You can't ask me anything. Bye-bye. Officer Savage here asked for his safety. Coward. I already know your name.
Get it?
I already know your name. I don't need it. I don't need it. Why'd you park and block traffic?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You're a tyrant, ain't you, buddy? You're a tyrant, aren't you? Straight tyrant.
You're doing a bunch of this. You can do that. That's fine.
I know I can. I know. You picked a douchebag job, buddy. Just face it. You picked a job that people can't stand you. And he's all worried about his officer's safety. He had to call you here. Bunch of cowards. Got guns and tasers and billy clubs. You're scared of a man with a camera.
Billy clubs?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 48 years old. How old are you? Probably older than you are. Probably older than you are.
No.
Yeah. Little man.
Nope.
Whatever, little man. Just remember, your profession sucks.
That's fine.
Clowns in costumes, welfare recipients. All you are. It's not an opinion, it's fact, buddy. It's fact. You're a welfare recipient. That's a fact.
And everybody wants a stage too. Remember that.
I don't need a stage.
Everybody wants
I don't need a stage.
Everybody wants a stage.
I don't need a stage to protest you.
Everybody wants a stage.
Number 184 here. We got number 203 here. 203. Now he's saying I'm going to try to get in his car. That's how much of a coward he is.
What are you doing over there? Hey,
Record all you want, but back it up.
Hey, bud, when I break the law, that's when you can tell me what to do.
Back it up.
When I break the law, that's when you can tell me what to do. You're a law enforcement officer, right?
That's right.
You're not a feelings enforcement officer,
Get away
correct?
from these guys.
I am not breaking the law. I'm not breaking the law.
Walk over there and be a normal person.
Yeah.
Walk over there.
I am normal. I'm practicing my First Amendment rights. What's your name and badge number?
You can record.
What's your name and badge number?
Step over there, man.
What's your name and badge number? I'm asking you your name.
Jansen 179.
Yeah,
right
thanks
there.
a lot, Jansen.
Stand over there.
I'm not listening
What's
to
your
you, buddy.
name?
My
What's your
name is Good Citizen.
Right. Well, I gotta tell you, but you ain't gotta tell me.
I don't have to tell you. I'm a private citizen. You took the douchebag welfare recipient job, not me.
So am I.
You took the welfare recipient job. You just cuss at me, a member of society? You just cussed at a member of society? And you're a sergeant? And you're a sergeant? That's why the rest of your guys are clowns too. I'm staying right here, buddy. I'm staying right here. Clown. Is that who you learned from there, buddy? That's your sergeant? What a great department you guys got. What a great department, dude. That's why people can't stand you. Idiot, man. Scared to death of a guy with a camera. You think I'd be dumb enough to go in your car when I'm filming it? Idiot, man.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, okay, welfare recipient number 1. Okay, welfare recipient number 1. Make sure you tell your boot-licking buddies to deep throat the whole boot. You got to deep throat the whole boot. Make sure. And this dude here. Oh, make sure I don't go in the door. Make sure you watch your door. He might try to get in. What an idiot.
Don't worry.
4 police officers here for a possible DUI and a guy with a camera. Over here, get the record. There it goes, another kidnapped car.
I always feel the police said everything that most of us Americans wish we could say to these cops. It's a shame they waste their time to give us useless directives. I mean, seriously, do you think he's gonna try to break into a police car while all these cops are there while he's filming? Common sense goes a long way, and it seems like most cops are just absent of that trait. The divide between cops and citizens is not gonna get any closer if law enforcement officers don't know how to treat us with respect. We can clearly see in almost every situation it's us versus them. It's never a togetherness. God forbid, imagine if we're ever invaded. At some point, law enforcement needs to have a big conference to say, hey, we need to start treating these citizens with a little bit more respect because one day we're gonna need them. One day we're gonna have to come together and work hand to hand. So let's start implementing some strategies so when that day comes, we will be prepared. I'm thankful for our great military, but we will have to band together when times get tough, and cops like this is preventing that from happening. Let's continue.
We got a call in this location about someone doing filming, which is no problem. Yeah. But the question is, since we're here, we gotta run you. Do you have ID on you?
What do you need ID for? I haven't committed a crime.
No, but we are on a call investigating. That's the deal.
Well, somebody called about it.
Yeah,
So we have to investigate.
I don't ID unless I committed a crime. You got a badge number and name?
8289 single owner.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long are you gonna be?
What do you need? Why are you asking for ID if you know 3802?
I'm sorry?
You know 3802, right?
What's 3802?
Unless I've been lawfully arrested, then you need my ID then.
Well, sir, here's the deal. We're just on a call investigating someone like you filming. If you don't want to ID yourself to us, no problem. Right. But you guys film on the street, okay? Thank you.
Have a good day. You got a badge number, brother? I can't hear you. 8167. 8167. All right. Hey, y'all don't have a front license plate handy, do you?
I don't know if you missed this or not. Listen to the wording the cop put together. When he arrived, he said, since we're here, we gotta run you. You got ID on you? Listen.
But the question is, since we're here, we gotta run you. Do you have ID on you?
This is probably the most common way the average citizen gets their rights violated. I want you to really get used to the steps for the ID refusal. First step is figuring out what crime have you committed. There's obviously no crime, so the second step would be asking the officer, are you detained? If he says no, your reply is, well, if I'm free to go, I'm free to stay. And if he says yes, you would like to know if he can reasonably articulate a crime, and immediately after, request the supervisor. So 3 steps: what crime, am I being detained, and I need a supervisor. Before we get back to the video, hit subscribe, smash like, and head to the comments to tell me what you think about the cops today.
Hello, sir. What's up? How are you? Do you have an ID with you?
Really?
Well, some people drove by and said you were out here taking pictures and videoing the military gate.
And is there a problem with that?
I just asked you for your ID, man.
What's your
right
name?
now, there's no problem.
What's your name?
Pyle, P-Y-L-E.
And your badge number?
63428.
Cool, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. Who are you?
Who are you?
I just told you. Right? I thought we were being cordial. So do you have an ID with you?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. Any questions at all, or just your identity?
Any questions?
Any questions? So you're not going to tell me why you're out here videotaping the military base?
you get some good photos? Good video? Watching the sunset?
Trying to. You're kind of interrupting me.
Okay.
I was actually talking to my audience.
Okay. So you answered some questions. That's good. Do you have like a YouTube page or something?
Have I committed a crime?
Huh?
Have I committed a crime?
No.
Okay, well,
have I said that you... Okay. Well, can you like make sure that you're not impeding traffic and all that?
Do I look like I'm impeding traffic?
I didn't say that you were. I said.
Then why are you bringing it up?
Make sure.
Okay, I don't need it. I don't need your instruction, sir.
Okay.
I'm not a child.
Okay.
Okay. You can go now. You're dismissed.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What's your YouTube channel? Or your audience? Did you drive here? Park over there? How long are you planning on being here? In case we get some more calls, we can tell them how long you're going to be here.
I was actually getting ready to leave, but
okay.
I might stay here a while now.
Okay. Well, have fun videotaping. Oh, you don't want to be on camera?
During encounters with law enforcement, exercising the right to mostly remain silent can often be the most prudent course of action, particularly when faced with requests for identification or questioning. This principle remains true as we see News Now Alaska maintains control over the interaction. It's essential to recognize that law enforcement officers are trained to gather information during investigations, and their questions may be aimed at eliciting incriminating statements or gathering evidence against the individual. Also, by not speaking so much, effectively limits the officer's ability to obtain information that could be used against you. In situations where emotions may be running high or tensions are elevated, maintaining silence can severely diffuse the situation and prevent further confrontation. It's a good idea to always record these interactions because when they see that camera, it will definitely slow some of these officers down. Let's continue.
Not too bad. Any reason taking photos and video cameras for the refinery? No? You either, sir?
What was that?
You either? Can you not multitask?
Are you part of a gang? I see you got some tattoos there.
Rude, man. You're not Are you part of a gang? You have tattoos.
Are you doing anything you're not supposed to?
No, are you? Right. I'm only going to ask that you guys don't block the sidewalk for any pedestrian traffic. Do you guys understand that?
Keep your hands where I can see them.
Excuse me, sir?
Keep your hands where I can see them.
I don't know who you are or what you're trying to do right now.
It's just letting you know how it feels when you guys pull up and start giving directives and stuff.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
all.
and
That's
it's for safety. It's for safety. I can clearly see both your guys' hands.
We're doing it for safety too.
Okay, that's
great. We don't have guns. You're the one.
I don't know that.
But it was this
Do
place.
I know that?
But this place was perfectly safe until the man with the gun arrived.
Okay.
Now you made it unsafe.
Actually, I'm trying to make it safe for you and for them because the
We
refinery
don't need you, man. Thank you.
Okay, then you guys are free to go.
No, you're free to go. You're dismissed.
Okay, I don't have to leave.
If we're free to leave, we're free to stay.
Actually, you cannot block this.
We're not blocking, and you have to prove you can't. Somebody has to prove that I'm blocking this.
Do you know California Penal Code 148.G, sir?
148.G? I know California.
So we're filming you right now, which gives me a purpose to be standing here. And since there's nobody watching, I'm going to show you guys. Wait a minute, I'm going to show you guys.
What purpose are you filming for then?
It's
for
my purpose. My purpose.
Of what? Of what law?
I don't need to tell you, sir.
Exactly, because you don't have one.
The fact that I'm here recording is my purpose, and you better learn about the First Amendment, sir, or you're going to learn today really fast.
Do you know what the First Amendment is?
This is freedom of press, sir.
It's freedom of press?
Yeah, and I'm gathering information, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. And you know the Fourth Amendment, sir?
Yeah, and reasonable
and
search
do you
and
know,
seizure.
and do you know how California 148 subsection G, sir? Which means that
Again,
this cannot be deemed as, just because I have a camera, as long as I'm in a legal place, cannot be anything suspicious. So I want to cut off all contact because now you're interrupting my video. You have a good day though, okay?
Okay. You have a great day too.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have any questions?
Yeah.
What is that?
Are you carrying anything you're not supposed to?
Me?
Yeah.
No, are you?
No. Are you?
Good. Anything else?
You're dismissed.
Okay. You're dismissed as well, sir.
You can't dismiss us. You work for us. We don't work for you.
I don't work for you.
Oh, you don't?
No, you're not my boss.
You don't work for the public?
You don't work for the public, sir?
I do work for the public.
You're a jackass. Look at this guy says he doesn't work for the public. Who do you work for?
Now you're putting words in my mouth.
Who do you work for?
I work for my sergeant and for my supervisor.
Who does your sergeant? How did your sergeant get elected, sir? And who elected your sergeant?
He doesn't get elected. It's a promotion.
So you don't work for the public?
I do work for the public.
Thank you.
Do you guys live in the city of Martinez?
It doesn't matter. You work for the public. Anybody that's in the city of Martinez, you're paid by the city.
So are you guys
you're
done?
paid, you're actually almost like a welfare recipient. You receive money from the constituents.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for informing me of that.
No, you knew that. That's why you overstep your boundaries, because you know there's no cutoff to your flow. And you know that no matter what you do, you get that check every week. And that's why you act the way you do. And that's why you come up asking him if you can multitask. The reason we're standing here, you're going to leave before we do. It's going to teach you a big lesson when you put your head on your pillow tonight. It's going to teach you about respect. First of all, your elders. Second of all, the people that employ you. Because if I am a resident here, that means I'm your employer. And in any other field, if an employee treated their employer like that, I'd kick your ass to the curb. But we can't do that, and that's the reason you act that way. So that's why I said you're going to leave before we do. You're not going to get no ID
And
because
why not? I'm not going to leave before you do.
Yes, you do. You are.
Okay.
Because we're practicing a First Amendment.
You have
constitutionally
every
protected.
right to do that too.
And you need to get to work. Is that's what
I am at work right now.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're bothering legal activity.
I'm
That's
bothering
not your
legal
job. Your
activity.
job is law enforcement. What law are you enforcing?
What law am I enforcing?
Yeah, what law are you enforcing? Why are you
So
breaking
what I'm doing
traffic
right now-
rules?
Breaking traffic rules,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, if you can't tell me
So
a
you're
law
not gonna
that you're
allow me to
enforcing,
talk?
no, if you can't tell me a law that you're enforcing, which I'm not
I'm not
breaking any,
enforcing a law right now.
exactly. So then
I'm
you're on your way. You're on your way.
Suspicious
No,
circumstance.
the 148 subsection G says that the camera
Sir,
alone.
you can quote penal codes all day long.
You're gonna
okay?
leave
It
before we
doesn't
do.
mean you're right.
You're gonna leave before we do.
No, I'm gonna stay right here on their property. Okay,
You're
and
gonna
see if
leave
they
before
want you
we
to leave
do.
or not. All right.
We're on the sidewalk. You see how this is public property?
Hey,
look at.
hey, what's your name and badge number?
You're gonna get schooled today, youngster.
Hey, how does that feel?
The same law that keeps me in check keeps you in check. See how I can go press that button to cross the sidewalk? I'm on public property. Okay. Yeah. So you can't.
You're free to cross.
No, you can't trespass me and tell me to leave public property unless I'm committing a crime. Learn the law, youngster.
Oh boy. Sir, you have a great day.
Hey, can you state your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Lincoln, badge 144. Here, zoom in.
144.
Do you need to use your other hand to zoom in, or you got it?
No.
Got it? Cool.
Okay, man.
You're dismissed.
You're dismissed.
How are you? Have a great day.
You too, man.
What a powerful duo. Two of the 1A community OGs. Much love. So first, let's go over the Penal Code 148.G, which High Desert stated. This is a California penal code which states that photographing or recording law enforcement does not constitute resisting or obstructing a police officer as long as the police officer is in a public place or the person with the camera has the right to be there. I cannot say this enough, but please equip yourself with the knowledge of your local, state, and federal laws. I'm not saying to learn every single law like you're a lawyer, but learn the ones that can affect you personally in your everyday life. However, I do encourage every one of you to study the Bill of Rights. And what is the Bill of Rights? The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. It spells out Americans' rights in relation to their government. It guarantees civil rights and liberties to the individual like freedom of speech, press, and religion. So it's super important, guys. Make sure you study up on that. But let's continue.
What's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm asking you, what are you doing?
Filming.
Filming what? Where's your press credentials?
Really?
Really?
I had a great interaction with Paul.
Then how come I know nothing about this?
About filming in public?
You're filming people's private business.
In public.
That's pretty shitty, honestly.
You're entitled to your opinion.
No, that's not an opinion, that's fact.
Okay.
What's your name?
I don't have to give you my name.
What is your name?
I don't have to give you my name.
Really?
Yeah.
How about you not insert yourself in other people's business?
I'm not. You inserted me into this.
No, you inserted yourself.
How did I insert myself? By standing in a public area filming matters
You're on
of public...
private property right now.
This is an easement, sir.
And this is not easement. You're on private property.
Do you want to arrest me for trespassing?
I want you to leave and
go
find
where?
something better to do with your life, because that's sad.
You want a complaint?
Do I want to complain?
Yeah, keep going down this road. You're going to get a
Go
complaint.
ahead. Here's my card. You can make a complaint.
I will. I'll call Paul.
Good, call Paul. Because what you're doing is bullshit.
So glad you ruined your whole interaction.
I'm a cop, and you will respect my authority.
So here we have an assistant police chief that believes a citizen needs press credentials to video things in public. Not only that, he said you're filming people's private business as if he was just hired yesterday and has no knowledge of the law. And then he proceeds to give his personal opinion on what Minnesota News Now should be doing in his life. Well, I hope this assistant police chief Sean Brown watches this video and reads the comments to see what people think about what he should be doing in his life. I know one thing. With the attitude like that and the lack of knowledge that he withholds makes him look foolish and uneducated to the public, and these clips last a lifetime. He should try learning the basics of his job, because I know some rookies that at least know you don't need press credentials and it's not against the law to film a private business. One day I hope the training of the ones that's in charge of training will be retrained. Let that sink in.
44, do I have a supervisor available?
Have I committed a crime?
Not to my knowledge, yes.
Okay, so I don't have to ID.
You do.
No, I do not.
Give me en route.
Are you calling a supervisor?
Somebody refusing to identify.
But I haven't committed a crime.
The whole investigation is the call. It doesn't mean a crime. I still have to identify who we're speaking with. That is all it is.
I totally understand that, but I'm on private property that my boss owns that I have not committed a crime on.
The property?
My boss owns the property, bro.
I'm asking you, do you own the property?
I do not own the property. My boss owns the property. I have not committed a crime. I'll give you my. I would be glad to give you my ID, dude, if you had a reason to ID me.
I do.
What's your reason?
Being here for the call.
For the only reason, this is not a stop and ID state. Tennessee is not a stop and ID state. I do not give up my ID without committing a crime, man.
Sure, on a traffic stop.
Do you know the Fourth Amendment, the First Amendment?
Yes.
What are they?
You talking about the Fourth Amendment?
Yeah.
Unlawful search and seizure?
Yes. This is not a stop and ID state.
You're required to.
You're about to get in some trouble, dude.
Give me your ID.
Why?
Because I need to identify who you are, who you're saying you are, because I'm here
I never told you who I was.
A theft or a burglary, however you would like to word that.
So, you suspect me of committing a crime?
Yes. I suspect you're breaking into the house. So I am here to ID you.
Okay.
Confirm all parties involved.
Okay.
Okay? And then, once I debunk the whole, hey, you all are here lawfully, I've ID'd you.
Mm-hmm.
So, this guy, you, and you are who you say you are. You all are here legally. And then I give you your IDs back and I leave.
Okay. I mean, I would be totally glad doing that if we're all on the same page, you are within your...
And that's the only reason I'm compelling ID is because I'm here to investigate a burglary. Somebody just saying, hey,
I've just been informed by legal counsel, dude, because I've had bad run-ins with the law before.
And I'm not here to do that. I'm here because somebody called in on someone breaking into a house.
He just wants to make sure who we are.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I totally understand that.
And
I just
that's
don't want
my
them
job.
violating my rights. That's all.
And I'm not here to do that.
Okay.
I'm here to ID everybody involved because I'm here investigating a burglary.
I understand that, and it looks like, you know, something might have happened, but I'm trying to explain to you that
that's why I'm on private property.
we own this home. We're
Okay,
on
your
private
boss owns
property.
it.
Right. I work for him, so I'm under his, you know,
Sure.
he owns the home.
Yes. That is all we're doing. Is just trying to identify who we're speaking with. It was simple as him.
I understand
handing
that.
me
I know
his
it's simple,
ID.
but I just want to make sure that you guys aren't violating my rights right now.
Nobody's here to violate your rights. What's up, man?
I don't know. I'm on private property. My boss owns the home, and they're trying to ID me. I'm just making sure that
Come over here and talk to me.
that they're within their right to do so, and
Well,
you know.
they are within their right because they got a call over here.
Right.
So otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
Under, you know, a suspicion. He owns the home. He's flipping the home.
If he'll verify that, we'll go.
Yeah, that's what I
why
thought.
We're here. But why won't you tell who you are? Are you a murderer?
No, I just don't want y'all violating my rights. This is
How-
not a stop and ID
How
state.
are we violating your rights?
Because this isn't a stop and ID state, and you have to have reasonable,
What?
articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime, about to commit a crime, or have committed a
Reasonable
crime.
suspicion. We don't
I was
know
trying to answer
who
your
you
question.
are. And you're saying this is your boss's house. We don't
It
know
is.
who your boss is. We can't prove ownership.
Well, he could probably give you the you know, the paperwork on the home
But where's he at?
in Knoxville.
Yeah. So we don't know if you're supposed to be here or not. We can call him and say, this dude here says he's supposed to be here.
Right. I know. I understand what you're saying.
That's all you gotta do.
And I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page,
Who
dude.
owns
'Cause
the truck? Is that yours?
yeah, it's my truck.
Is it registered to you?
Well, are you going to run my tag?
Is it registered to you?
I'm not going to answer.
Cody,
I don't answer
Cody,
questions.
just run the tag.
That's illegal.
No, it's not.
I haven't committed a crime, man.
That's not illegal.
It is, dude. I'm going to file a complaint.
File your complaint.
I don't want it to go that way, man.
Well, go ahead.
I just want everybody.
Knock yourself out, brother.
Okay.
He owns the truck.
I haven't committed a violation, traffic violation. You're running my tag illegally right now.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not even playing into this.
Dude, I just don't want you guys getting in trouble. I'm looking out for y'all, really.
You looking out for me?
Yeah.
Well, just tell us who you are and I'll leave. But we know who you are
It's
now.
that's not how it works, man.
Okay, so if someone's breaking into your home.
Now, wait a minute. Stop right there. What do you do for a living?
I'm a carpenter.
I don't tell you how to nail boards. Don't you tell me how to do my job.
I'm not telling you how to do
follow?
your job, sir. I'm not.
It's Monday.
I know.
We just want to know who you are so we can check, make sure you're supposed to be here.
I know.
Instead of me arguing with you, that's
I don't
all we
wanna
need
argue.
to do.
I don't want to argue.
Well, I'm not going to argue.
I don't want to argue.
Unfortunately, when law enforcement officers run your license plates to try and identify who you are, it's not against the law. It seems like it should fall under our Fourth Amendment rights, but the Supreme Court has ruled there is no reasonable expectation of privacy in a license plate number because vehicles travel on public roads and the license plates are openly displayed. While officers can run license plates through databases, there are rules and regulations in place to prevent the misuse of this information. But seriously, who's going to audit that? Because misuse of the database can be subject to legal consequences. Without proper justification or legal basis, it could constitute an unreasonable search, leading to potential Fourth Amendment violations. Officers that don't respect our Fourth Amendment rights and want to identify you by any means necessary raises constitutional concerns for their police department. Cops must understand the balance between doing their jobs and respecting individual rights, because without balance, tyranny will reign. Let's continue. Before we get back to the video, hit subscribe, smash like, and head to the comments to tell me what you think about the cops today.
How you doing today?
You have any ID on you? Getting calls of suspicious people again, so
Would that
I know
be
you're over there by the library, so
Would that be a misdemeanor or a felony?
What?
Suspicion.
Well, you're
Because according to 34285,
right,
3.5, I'm not.
Now you're on private property, though.
No, this is a sidewalk.
But you were over here earlier.
No, I was not.
Okay, that's what they're.
The camera doesn't lie.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Are you gonna let me see your camera?
So according to this,
Are you gonna let me see your camera?
No.
Okay, so I don't know.
Not-
You're
I
going
mean,
against theirs, right?
not unless you're going to arrest me for something.
You have your ID on you?
This code right here, specifically,
nothing to
yes.
do- what does it say?
Huh?
What
It's 35285.3.5,
Right.
failure to ID. It only says I have to ID if I'm being charged with a crime. Do you suspect me of a crime?
Yeah, trespassing.
I need. What's your reasonable, articulable suspicion?
ID.
What is your reasonable, articulable
I'm asking you for ID.
suspicion?
I'm asking you for ID.
What is your reasonable, articulable suspicion? I'm not under any requirement.
What's that?
That's my Fifth Amendment right.
What's that got to do with
I'm
it?
invoking it to remain silent. I'm not going to waive it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to speak to you without my lawyer at this point.
Well, you want to call him?
I don't answer questions.
See, now you don't want to talk to him. I'm going to read this, okay? You want to go?
What's your badge number, sir? What's your badge number, sir?
3900.
You've been very professional. Thank you.
I know. See, like I said, the complaint we had was using video and cars in here.
What's your name, sir?
Where?
What's your badge number?
6671.
Are you ILEA certified?
Yes.
So you would know about asking for ID.
You don't want to answer.
You're a public servant. You have to.
No.
You're under an obligation. You're a public servant.
No, you can talk
Public
to my
servant.
chief.
Bring him down here. I'd love to.
You can talk to him.
Okay, I'll go there next.
Stop in it right down the road.
Yeah, I'm not going to go in the building, but if he wants to come outside, that'd be great.
That's a public building. You can't go to the lobby.
Well, this is a public building. I mean,
But it's also private property.
it uses government resources.
But it's
so,
also
but if they set them over here, this is still public access. You realize that?
Private property.
Look, handicaps. Nobody's come out here and said that, and I have to be given the right to leave. Nobody's come out here and asked me to leave. If you're going to say for trespassing, I have to be given the right to leave. Nobody's asked me to leave.
Well, when I was talking to you earlier.
Yes, sir.
It was a little unusual because we don't have someone walk around videotaping, so just out of the ordinary. Why I was down there earlier, so I haven't been in to talk with them there, but it could be that they're a little bit afraid to come out because you never know these days what'll happen.
What do you mean what'll happen? I have a Nikon, not a Canon.
I understand, but but I'm just saying, how they, people doing things nowadays. You don't know if somebody's got a weapon on them, if they're gonna.
Oh, I'm totally unarmed. Okay. I mean, I'll give you that. I mean, I have no weapons on me whatsoever.
Because sometimes people do a lot of research, before they. That's why.
This is Division of Family Resources, not to mention the WIC building. Oh, this is a government entity. If they rent space out of here and they have a public parking area, it's public.
Well, it's public access.
Yeah, public access, which means I have a right to be on it if I need to be on it. Right. If I want to walk through here and walk around and do the horseshoe, that's fine. That's my business to be on here to see if the WIC office is maintaining their property. Okay. If the taxpayer dollars is getting the trash out of here, making sure it's not, there's not enough parking. Everybody's parking on the streets. Everybody's parking where they're not supposed to be parking. So if I wanted to walk through here and count all the parking spaces, nobody can tell me no. Okay. I have business on the property if I was even on the property, which I was not.
Not in front of them.
Right.
Not in front of them.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Am I being detained?
We're just waiting to see if they want no trespass.
So am I being detained?
You are till they tell us.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
What did I just tell you?
I'd like your supervisor out here. Call a supervisor because you're illegally detaining me. You cannot show me what I'm doing wrong. Are you illegally detaining me?
We'll find you.
I'm a bright freaking vest. Of course you're going to find me.
Am I holding you?
I'm asking if I'm being detained.
Am I holding you?
Am I being detained?
Am I detaining you?
Am I being detained?
Am I detaining
you?
Or
am I free to go?
Bye.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay, right?
Bye. On the sidewalk, right.
I've always been on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Or the public easement.
How long is your battery good for?
Considering I have several battery backups, about 18 hours.
At least you got a nice day.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh?
I said, excuse me, I don't want to walk between you guys and get shot or tased.
Well,
I'm going to go that way.
Shoot at each other with you walking between.
Well, I just want to make sure I'm giving you notice because I want to see if there's any emergency lights on.
Plenty path there. emergency lights.
Yeah, I mean, he's well. A lot of times the officers, no lights in the front, emergency lights in the rear. He doesn't have any emergency lights. He's parked in a no parking area. I just want to see.
No parking sign?
You tell me.
I see a no parking sign.
Okay. I do see him blocking the driveway though. The entry.
Where?
Right there on the curve. If I was parked there, I'd get a ticket. But I don't see the emergency.
Okay. All right. Well, they don't want you on the property, so as long as you stay off the property.
Well, don't shoot anybody, don't tase anybody, don't sick your dog, and don't beat your wife either.
Getting prepared is a very simple thing to do to ensure that we're ready when we're tested. And that goes for any situation. However, in situations when you encounter law enforcement officers, every citizen in the United States should be prepared to deny unlawful directives from law enforcement officers. That includes unlawful identification requests, which then you should respond with, "What crime have I committed?" That includes unlawful detainments, which again you should respond with, "What crime do you suspect me of committing?" Which also includes, "You're under arrest." And again, we need to know, what reasonable articulable suspicion do you have of me committing a crime? It's real simple. Without a crime, cops' hands are tied. I know in some neighborhoods, they will come up to you, put you in cuffs, and then start investigating. That's why you need to know your rights. And like I said at the beginning, you need to be prepared. And it's not hard to do. Let's take notes from Indiana news. Even if we have to keep the key things we need to say with us at all times to make sure that we're prepared, let's do that. Let's continue.
Residents of the city of Detroit. So we're going to have to ask that you all leave the premises. And also, we do have an injunction as it relates to this event and condition. And therefore, we're going to ask at this time that you ask your members to leave, okay? Because this is not an event that we help with.
We don't have the right to peacefully assemble, to consult each other for the common good, to petition for the redress of a grievance, and to give instruction to representatives. That's what the state constitution says. We're peacefully assembling for those reasons. So if you're not getting adequate information, it's because the news is giving you disinformation and misinformation, and they're legitimizing it to the people in order to stop these people from gathering and exercising their right. So we had a press conference to explain exactly what we were doing, but did you get that press conference? No, you didn't, because the media is exercising a campaign of hybrid warfare, which includes fake. The media is not exercising that campaign. The government is exercising that campaign. The ex-government, because we don't consent to that government anymore.
That's right.
You are here to serve the public. Number 5 in the Detroit City Charter says that the police forces of the city are at all times and in all cases in strict subordination to the civil power. I think this is the civil power. So you are in subordination to that. We are peacefully assembled. You can't stop a peaceful assembly. You stop one of our basic rights. And that's why we said that we will defend the people's rights. Not violently, but we have to stand up for the people's rights, or we will continue to be trampled upon in this city. And we refuse to be trampled upon anymore. We just assert in our rights. We're not coming out here doing any disinformation. Allow the people to hear the information. Tell your mayor, your police chief, or whoever to get on, to come and listen to us. Get on our conference calls and listen to what we are saying. We are quoting the law, the city charter, the state constitution, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. These are the people's rights. So if we're giving misinformation, then throw away the city charter, and that means you all don't have a job and shouldn't be out here anyway, because the city charter doesn't exist.
That's right. That's right.
That's
right. That's right. The people are right. That's right. We are the people. Right.
We are the people.
We are the people. All powers in the people.
I'm not going into no custody. I'm not going into no custody. There's a bench warrant out for the mayor. There's a bench warrant out for this whole system. You all are fired. We don't want. We're giving instructions. So you can't get no warrant on me. There's a warrant on you all. You're not going I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Anywhere.
Okay.
No, bench warrant, arbitrary arrest, and human rights abuse. Follow the civil power.
Going in to protect our rights, not to take our rights. We swore to protect our rights, not take.
People of Detroit, I hope y'all stream this live.
Y'all stream it live. Let's get there.
That's oppressing you all.
They're taking your rights.
Taking your rights.
Second, gentlemen. Come on over. To a crime. How can you convert? No, right here.
Yeah, figure it out.
streaming, y'all. Keep it live. Keep it live. They're trying to suppress y'all rights. We have rights, Detroit.
That's exactly right. Law enforcement officers took an oath to protect and uphold our rights, not to violate and take our rights. This clip proves that if you know and understand your Bill of Rights, that you can prevent local government officials from their made-up policies and rules. A policy will never trump the Constitution, even if a cop lied to you and says it does. So Ramzu, keep up the good fight educating the citizens of Detroit and keep holding these government officials accountable for their actions. Let's continue.
Just checking the parking lots, man. Make sure you guys are doing okay.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah. Okay, man. What's your name?
For what?
I'm just contacting you. I just have to. So
you have to.
So there's a law that just came out.
Okay.
To where anybody I contact, even if it's consensual, I have to get your demographics that I can
really
say that I contacted you. Yes.
No. That's not the law.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
With Senate Bill 217.
No, this is not a stop and ID state.
Okay, so I have to say that I did contact you.
Okay, good. You say that.
Okay. Yeah. And also, when I run the plate,
okay,
it is coming back with a warrant hit.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that you're not the person.
Nope, I'm not the person.
So can I get your name?
No.
And why not?
Well, this is first you said that you have to ID me. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
This is not a stop and ID state.
Says who?
What do you mean says who? It's a law. It's a law,
so
sir.
The law states now that anybody I contact,
okay,
I need to get an ID so I can say that I contacted you.
No, I don't think so. That's not the law. This is private property, sir.
It is not. It's a public parking lot.
No, this is private property.
It is a public parking lot.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm sorry.
That we're gonna get arrested.
Yeah, you're scaring my kid. There's no point of this. You know, this is ridiculous.
Wouldn't have to scare him if you were cooperative.
Well, no. That's just ridiculous, man. That's just ridiculous.
Okay.
I'm sorry, man.
Sorry for what? For being uncooperative?
Oh no, I'm just not gonna give you all this free information for nothing. We're just sitting here. We're not doing anything wrong. We're waiting for somebody.
Okay, and like I said, when I ran the plate, it came back with the warrant hit, and I want to make sure it's not you.
It's not me. Yeah,
how do I know that? Because
I'm sorry, it's not me. I don't know.
Because I don't know
what
your
to tell
name.
you.
Until I can get your name.
I'm sorry. I'm not the type of person who releases my name like that. No, absolutely not. No, I'm sorry, bud.
All right, sir. Have a good day.
You have a good day too.
We talk about it all the time, and this is the perfect clip to show you that law enforcement officers will say whatever they want to try to control you and ultimately violate your constitutional rights. Law enforcement officers are required to have a valid reason, such as reasonable suspicion or probable cause, before initiating contact with individuals demanding identification. Without any reasonable suspicion of criminal activity is a clear violation of their Fourth Amendment rights, which protects against unreasonable searches and seizures. The officer's decision to fabricate lies to Danke in order to intimidate him is highly unethical and demonstrates a flagrant abuse of power. Making up false claims about warrants or non-existent laws to justify the cop's demands is a tactic we cannot fall for. As seen, this officer had no choice but to back down. And the notion that the cop must identify and document every interaction with citizens is a policy and not a law. Such actions amount to harassment and intimidation rather than legitimate law enforcement activities and have no place in any police department across the nation. Let's continue.
How you doing, sir?
How's it going?
I'm good. Officer Burton.
What's going on?
Just taking some pictures and video. Public information, working on a story. I told them that.
Okay. You got an ID on you?
What do I need ID for?
Because I got caught here for you, so I need to identify you.
I don't have to ID. I ain't broke the law.
Yeah, they don't want you here, so.
They didn't tell me to leave, for one. For two, they don't really have
Do you want him to leave? You gotta leave.
Or
you'll go to jail.
For trespassing?
Yes.
Okay, do you know that's not right?
Okay. Where's your ID?
You don't have the...
Let's go outside.
You don't have the right to trespass me from here.
Well, they don't want you here. You're not here for a reason.
I am here for a reason. I told them I was working on a story. And I have every right to do so.
Okay, well, they don't
Just like I have every right to record you. You're a public employee.
I have no issue with that.
They're public employees. This is a public building. And I was getting public information and asking questions. So as a journalist, I'm allowed to ask questions. And you can't stop me from doing it.
Okay.
So telling me that you're going to trespass me, that's wrong.
Well, that's how it's going to work.
And you're going to stick to that?
Yep.
even though that the law says that you're not a feelings enforcement.
They don't want you here.
You're a law enforcement officer.
Okay, they don't want you here. You got your ID on you?
I'm not giving my ID. I don't break the law.
Okay. Well, being in there was when they had no reason to be in there. They came out.
I already told you I had reason.
Well, that's not a reason to keep them uncomfortable and wondering why you're there.
I told them why I was there.
Okay,
And
well,
she said that she didn't know if I was within my rights or not, which you're supposed to go in there and tell her that I am. Not tell me that I have to leave.
Okay, well, you don't
There's
give me
case law and everything else. You want to read that? I'll tell you exactly why I'm allowed to be here and why you can't make me leave.
Okay, well, they don't want you inside the building. So
Okay,
you
so-
can record out here and do whatever your story is, but they don't want you inside the
you're going
building.
to violate my rights, right?
That's not violating your rights.
Yes,
They
it
didn't
is.
want you to here.
It's 100%
They told me to
violating
tell
that.
you to leave. They don't want you here, so that's what we're going with.
All right, so you're going to violate my rights.
It's not violating your rights.
It is, because you want to read what the actual law is, because you're law enforcement. You're not feelings enforcement.
I'm aware of the First Amendment right.
Okay, are you aware of all the case law that says I can do this? Yeah.
You can record out here if you want. I'm not saying you can't.
I can record in there.
Well, they don't want you in there.
But it doesn't matter.
It's their right to not
It's not.
allow you in there.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's a public building.
Exactly, and
If
they don't
I
want
was
you
in
in
there
here.
yelling and screaming and throwing stuff, then yes, they would have a right to say, hey, you can't be in here because you're causing a
They have the
disturbance
right
that you're
to
breaking
tell
the
you to
law.
leave. It's that simple.
Is it Hughes? How you doing?
So what's the story that you're working on?
I don't have to disclose my story. I told you I'm a journalist working on a story, gathering public information.
Okay.
Okay.
You have your credentials if you're a journalist?
There's no such thing.
Okay. No. They don't want you here, so it's that simple.
All right.
So you're saying you explained to them why you were here?
Yeah, I explained to them why I'm here.
Okay.
All right. What's your name? Rumor?
Rummer. Yeah, rum. Kind of like the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys know the actual law that I'm allowed to go in here as a journalist and gather content?
That is not true.
What do you mean that's not true?
That's not true. If they don't want you here, it's still, even though it's public or government
There's
owned.
case law on it.
Yeah, I don't care.
All
It's
this
still
case
government
law.
owned, and they have a right to refuse you to come in.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Did I ask what you were trying to attain?
I was just getting the stuff off the walls, you know, like the posters and bulletins and stuff like that. And then I asked if there was any programs or what have you for like the winter and things like that.
Like,
Just public information.
okay. What kind of
You know, I'm not
program?
trying to get like people's personal stuff. But,
Yeah, I was just curious because, you know, health department and HIPAA and all that stuff.
Well, that stuff's on them. The
Right.
onus is on them to protect somebody's information. That's why they have offices in the back. They take them to the back to
Right,
do
I
their
understand.
stuff.
That's why I was
So I don't
asking.
know why people's here.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well,
They could be here for any number of things.
Sure, absolutely.
So, as far
But
as
they do still have the right to refuse you to come in.
how is that? If I was breaking a law, yes.
Doesn't
If
matter.
I'm not
It's
causing
still-
a disturbance
it is
and I'm
still-
peacefully just recording the
it is
information and
still
asking for
an area
public
where
information,
If they don't want you there, you're not going to be there. Just like the city building that you were in just a little bit ago.
I can be there too.
No. If they don't want you there, you're not going to.
What's the law that says that?
Trespassing.
That's not trespassing.
Yes, it is. Well, I guess if you want to push it, we can push it.
I'm just saying that
And I'm
it's
telling you that's how it's going to be. If you go back in there and they don't want you there, it's going to be trespassing.
fine. I won't go back in. But that's a violation of the First Amendment right there.
Well, you have your opinion, and I'll take it to the court, and we'll see how the court decides on it. That's why you want to push it.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Have a good day.
I believe you're wrong, though.
The best way to fight a trespass without going to jail and going through the courts is to contact the city attorney or the mayor. City attorneys and mayors are public officials who are responsible for overseeing various aspects of the city, including law enforcement officers. By bringing the issue to their attention, you'll be holding those in authority accountable for their actions. City attorneys typically have legal expertise and can review the situation to determine if any laws or constitutional rights have been violated. They can also provide guidance on the appropriate course of action and potential remedies. The mayor, as the city's highest ranking official, has the authority to correct the actions of law enforcement officers, so expressing your concerns to the mayor can prompt a review of the incident and potentially lift the trespass and film as much as you like. Keep in mind, the city attorney and the mayor are generally interested in maintaining positive community relations, so by bringing attention to the situation and making them aware of potential issues within the police department, it can lead to increased awareness of citizens' rights and concerns. Let's continue. Before we get back to the video, hit subscribe, smash like, and head to the comments to tell me what you think about the cops today.
An article together? Putting an article together? out in the area. Article together of these cars out here. I was inside City Hall. She said she let the mayor get back with me, but I just left and came over to the police department. Spoke to the lady out front and told her I'd be out here just taking a few photos of the license plates, the tags, the inside of the cars, just trying to see the upkeep of them.
Okay. Do you have any identification on
I do not.
Okay. I need to see
I left it all in the car.
know who you are when you're out here casing my place. I don't know what you're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm just filming. That's all.
Okay. But you say that, but I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I mean,
okay. Why are you out here filming police cars and looking into police cars and tags and stuff?
Just for general public knowledge. That's all.
Okay. I need to see some kind of identification.
I don't have any on me.
Kind of identification.
I don't have any on me. Can I have your name?
Yeah, you can step right over here in my car. I'll give you my name and I'll get yours. Okay?
Well, who are you?
I'm Sergeant Peavy.
You're Sergeant. Is there an officer above you?
Huh?
Is there an officer above you?
The Chief of Police.
Chief of Police. Okay.
You want to talk to him too?
You might want to go get him.
Okay.
Because you're
go tell Chief.
you're above your jurisdiction out here, partner.
No, sir, I'm not.
I can show you, but I can tell you.
Don't walk off.
Well,
no, sir.
First off, I'm free to walk where.
Reasonable suspicion
of what
right
crime?
Now, which is why I have
of what crime? Of what crime?
And I'm going to gain
suspicion of what crime? You're avoiding that question because you know you done dug yourself in the hole.
Reasonable suspicion
of what crime?
Not normal for somebody.
Are you a law enforcement or a normal enforcement?
I can. Would you like me to explain it to you?
No, see, you're digging yourself in the hole now. It's not normal. So you're telling me that every law that's written in the U.S. has to be normal in order to be a...
No, sir.
Okay, then you just answered your own questions. Of what crime? Of what crime? There's no crime here. You just don't like my camera.
Would you like me to explain?
I don't want to like anything.
If
I just
stop talking. I'll explain.
You're right. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm keep doing what I'm doing.
No, you're not going anywhere right now.
You cannot restrict my.
Identify
you can't restrict my movement in this public area. You can't do it.
No, you can at the moment.
You cannot.
You're not
the
under
Supreme Court.
Okay. Detained until I find out.
Detained for what crime? Tell me that. And after you answer that question,
find out what
after you answer that question, tell me and tell my attorney what crime you're detaining me for. Let me hear.
Your attorney got nothing to do with
no.
Between you and your attorney.
He has it. No. That's between you and my attorney. You're gonna cost this department a lot of money. I don't have to tell you a damn thing. Huh? Are you the chief? How you doing out here, brother? Can I talk to you, sir? Because this officer here is irrational. I'm David. Nice to meet you, brother. Yes, you are irrational. I'm David. Nice to meet you. I'm doing a little filming out here in the parking lot. Not only has he threatened to detain me, and his suspicion is it's not normal. My question to him was, is it normal or is it illegal? He said it's not normal. I said, sir, I've broken no law. I'm filming. I'll be on my way. He told me I was detained.
What I want you to do is I would like for you to at least look at that yellow sign that's on the building over there.
Did I
see what it says? Authorized personnel only.
In this parking lot or down there?
It's this whole section because
so
this
why
is
isn't
where
it,
they drive through here.
So why isn't their sign there?
Hurricane Michael, actually. We haven't had a chance to put all the signs up.
So until that sign is put up, there's no sign here for you to abide by.
The other question that we had, there was a concern actually that prompted us to actually talk to you.
Yes, sir.
Out here in the public, there is no expectation of privacy. We all understand.
Can you tell him that there, please?
He understands that as well.
I would love for you to. I would like for you to tell him that on camera,
What I want you to understand is that when we as law enforcement officers get calls from the general public, all right, it is our job to go out and find out what's going on. You know, if a person's carrying a television at 10 o'clock at night down the street, that's not normal behavior.
But is it illegal?
Okay. So that gives us the right to at least talk to the individual to determine if they are committing a crime or have committed a crime.
I'm glad you said that.
Okay?
So after he talked to me,
but
can I talk, please? Because you've said more than enough to answer all his questions.
Okay.
You said that y'all are obligated to come talk to find out if there's a crime being committed, correct? So with that being said, let's go back to you. Is there a crime being committed? No, but I want to talk to you. I want to talk to him first. Is there a crime being committed right now?
I don't know yet.
You don't know that.
I'm trying to determine.
So what crime do you see? There's a camera. There's a man in a parking lot. Where's the crime? You won't answer that because you don't put your foot in your mouth, you idiot.
We received a call in regards to you videotaping.
Yes, sir.
In a building.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the question is, and the concern is that was an individual casing this place for a potential robbery? Okay. So that is how the call came out.
You're joking, all right?
No, I am not joking at all.
Those sweet
and you
ladies.
Have to understand, what is today's date?
Those
Today
sweet ladies.
September the 12th.
The day after 9/11, and my heart goes out to every family that lost a loved one.
So some of these individuals are still edgy.
So those
about
sweet
it.
ladies called you
have
after I talked to them.
When you have an individual that comes in and videotapes and tries to go into areas that are for authorized personnel.
Well, I didn't walk.
Okay.
I asked him. I said, hey,
I
listen,
understand.
I'll be down this hallway. She
Okay.
said, no, there's a sign there. I said, yes, ma'am. I won't go past that sign.
That is what prompted us to engage you in conversation
Okay.
to find out what your intentions were. If you're just going around filming, by all means, have at it.
Don't tell me that. Tell him that, please.
He's aware of it.
No,
Okay?
I want you to
He's one of my employees.
Honor your oath
my
and
number
tell.
guy.
Listen, honor your
All right?
oath and tell this man that I am allowed to film as long as I stay within a publicly accessible area. Please tell him that. Tell him.
He's aware of it.
I want you to
He
tell him,
knows
please.
that.
Make me
Okay?
feel better. You're a public servant. Please serve me.
He just heard me say it.
But I want you to tell him.
I'm not going
I
to
want
go
you
into
to tell
that.
him.
Okay?
So you won't correct your officer in public.
No, I'm
You
not
won't
saying
correct
that I'm
your-
not correcting
Well,
him.
can you tell him, please?
He knows because I just told him.
I want to
Just like
document
everybody
you
on
telling your
YouTube-
sergeant. I want you to
just
document
like
you.
everybody on YouTube knows the same thing.
This
that I
isn't
just
going to
told you.
YouTube. This is going to the local news media because that is unbelievable that he's going to tell me that suspicion of me filming is enough to detain me, and you're going to allow him to tell me that?
Yes.
You know you didn't.
I
You-
am going to allow him to do that because I explained to you the circumstances.
But was there a law
We
being-
received a call by the general
How you doing,
public.
buddy?
I have the right to find
So
out
we
who
have
you
the
are, what you're doing.
You don't have that right.
the
I got a Fourth
obligation-
Amendment right to protect me from you.
Okay.
I have a Fourth Amendment right to protect me from idiots like you.
All right.
I have a
Now-
right.
Now, let me explain something.
No, I'm not insulting.
There's no
The
reason
truth.
to
No,
insult
I got a First
okay?
Amendment right that allows me freedom of speech.
All right. So,
Oh, it is on video, and the whole world's gonna see it. Okay, and I hope your family doesn't watch social media because they're gonna
this
see
is
it too.
over.
It is.
All right.
Y'all can go back
You
inside.
have a wonderful day.
I will. I promise I will do my best. Go ahead, follow suit, partner. Bye.
You still haven't identified.
Go, and I'm not going to.
Why?
I'm not going to. Follow suit. Holler at your partner.
Because the chief said so.
Holler, no, because I'm telling you to. Bye.
No, you don't tell me anything.
I bet you're going to go in that door.
You have a nice
I bet
day.
you're going to go in that door.
You have a nice day.
I promise you I will. Please leave. You're harassing me now. I've done nothing wrong. Please leave.
There's no need.
I'm not upset, but tell your sergeant to swallow his ego here and just leave.
No, the thing is
Tell your sergeant to swallow his ego and
I'm
leave.
asking you now, all right?
To do what?
We are de-escalating.
And I'm trying to
You
de-escalate.
are,
No. I'm
unfortunately,
de-escalating.
bringing it back
How?
up because you're trying to belittle this individual.
No.
okay? So
His ego
it's
is in effect.
over.
And now your ego, because you're telling me I'm belittling. Okay, it's over. All right, I'm done
just saying
talking.
that you're
Okay.
creating a scene out here.
I'm not
It's
creating a scene.
necessary.
Y'all came out here. Adios. Thank you. I will try.
Have an even better weekend.
I will. Please, y'all be safe out there, all right? Y'all be safe. I told you he's going to walk back inside.
As we know, filming police cars in a parking lot is well within our constitutional rights. It's important to note that exercising one's First Amendment right to film in a public space, especially when documenting matters of public interest such as police activities, is a fundamental aspect of freedom of the press. News Now South Carolina actions were lawful and protected under the Constitution as he was engaged in the exercise of free speech and press rights. Therefore, the demand for his identification and the attempt of detainment by the sergeant was unwarranted and was an attempt to infringe upon his constitutional rights. Keep in mind, without a sign or an official notice indicating restricted access to the parking lot, it would be considered publicly accessible. It's concerning that law enforcement will use such a pretext to compel the individual to provide identification without reasonable suspicion of criminal activity or a legal basis. This clip documents the importance of knowing your rights because this incident could have easily been escalated with the sergeant acting like he owns the parking lot and the individuals within it. By watching this back, I hope the sergeant and the chief can look at themselves and bring some accountability and transparency into that department. Let's continue.
Roll deep around here, guys, for a couple guys with cameras.
Hey, gentlemen.
Yeah, hey, how's it
You
going?
guys were just up at the sheriff's office?
Yep.
Okay. The area that you were in
is
actually restricted. You're not allowed to be there.
There were no signs. There's no sign saying we couldn't go there.
I'm letting you know this right now, okay?
Well, then you need to put up a sign.
There are signs there that says
Authorized vehicles and deliveries only, but I'm not driving, I'm walking.
Okay.
It needs to say unauthorized personnel.
I'm going to tell you right now, you're not allowed back.
Well, hey, it needs to say unauthorized personnel, otherwise it doesn't apply. You want to know how I know? Because I've done this at Kent County, I've done it at Eaton County, I've done it at Ingham County, I've done it at Wayne County. If you do not have signs saying that unauthorized personnel are not allowed there, then I'm allowed to go there.
All right.
It is public property. It is publicly accessible property. I have a lieutenant from Kent County that told me the entire Kent County Jail and Sheriff's Department is publicly accessible, except for the motor pool where they have a gate. And it says no unauthorized personnel.
I'm asking you now, I'm telling you now.
Well, I mean, you can ask me, but I'm not going to.
Do not return there.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Oh, I will.
I need to see your ID, sir.
No, you're not getting my ID. I haven't committed a crime.
ID.
No, sir. I haven't committed a
Need
crime.
your identification.
You're not getting ID.
Why not?
There's no crime. No crime, no name. That's how it works.
That's how it works.
I need your ID.
No, sir.
Why not?
Fourth Amendment.
That's right. Fourth Amendment. We are
You tell me
securing our
what crime you
persons,
suspect
our
me of
properties,
committing.
our papers, and we are not going to be subject to unreasonable search and seizure.
I understand that.
Okay, good. You can ask, but we're going to refuse.
Okay. Be anyway then. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day. Hey, stay safe. We do appreciate you guys.
I want you to start putting yourself in the person's shoes behind the camera. I want you to start answering the questions as if you were there. I want you to understand and be comfortable that you know the officer is going to demand your ID. The officer is going to make it seem like you don't have a choice, so that's when your training is going to come in play. Remember, your first step is to figure out what crime have you committed. Now, the officer is going to make up a BS charge, so you have to be prepared to combat that and know your rights and understand your laws so you won't fall into the BS charge that the officer is going to try to throw on you. And being confident is the key.
How's it going, man? How are you?
How you?
Good, good. This is a weird way to park.
I'm working, man. I work here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. What's your
Do you
name?
have an ID with you, or?
Got a name and badge number?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your name and badge number?
Dan Padilla and badge number 541.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool.
So
you have an
what's-
ID with you?
What I need an ID for? I
I
just.
want to make sure that you work here.
What, you gonna call my boss?
What's that? Oh, yeah.
I'm a janitor.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen you janitor in here. That's why I'm asking.
I've been working here for 4 years, sir.
Oh, really?
So I mean, you must be new. This is a new route or something?
No, it's not a new route.
Well, I mean, I work here 7 days a week.
Okay.
Same time every night.
All right. I've never seen you janitor in here, and I
Yeah.
work here every night, also during the week.
It's all good, but yeah, I work here, sir.
Cool. Do you have your ID with you?
What do I need ID for?
Because I want to make sure that you are you, and this is a weird way to park. So that's why I'm here.
I clean here at night. I'm not only one here. You know why I park right here like this? Because my car done got bipped outside before. I got vacuums. Okay. I can't get my shit bipped like this. I park right here so I can hear and know what's going on, be alert.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to figure out. I'm loading my car up.
Okay.
And you asked me for ID. You pulled up on me. I'm not. I mean, did the alarm go off or something?
This is a weird way to park.
But this is our property. This is our property. We work here.
I understand that. Do you have a business card that
I don't
has
have
your name on it?
I can tell you my name, sir, but I don't have no ID for you. Asking me.
That's fine. Yeah, I want to make sure that you are you.
But I'm just saying, what do I need to show ID for? Can I have your business
talking
card?
to you. Places like this get broken into all the time.
Can I have your business card, sir?
I don't have a business card, but I gave you my name and I gave you my badge number. Did I not? You asked for it. I gave it to you. What's your last name, sir?
Sir, can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
What am I doing wrong? Have I committed a crime?
No, but
am I under suspicion for something?
This is rather suspicious.
I'm working.
Right
you want me? Can I get out of the car and unlock the door for you and shut the alarm down?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, let me do that. Can I do that?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not gonna get shot, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. But can I have your name and badge number, sir?
Meredith 656.
Say it again.
Meredith 656.
Okay. Let me show you my Let me unlock the door for you, man.
Okay. What was your name again?
Awesome.
Y'all got a key too, right?
No, I don't have a key actually.
That's good.
Yeah. Can I still get your name? Is that
What do you need that for, sir? I'm trying to work here. What do you need my
So
name
I'm here
for?
talking to you.
But I
Have it your way. That's fine. I was here checking on your business.
But the alarm didn't go off. What are you checking on me for?
You work here. I'm just making sure that you're.
Like I told him, sir. Like I told him, the reason I've been working here for 4 years. The only reason why I park right here is because my shit got bipped outside the thing. He hit the corner, seen me load my car up, and then come ask me for ID. Ran up on me. First of all, he put the lights on me as if I was committing some kind of crime. I work here. I just let y'all in here.
My headlights are on. I drive with them on.
But you put them in my face. That's the only reason why I put the light back on your ass. Because you put them. I'm sitting in my car. You just seen me. I see you at the light.
Sir,
Okay, closed business, right?
I've been working here for 4 years, sir.
And I never seen you.
You ain't. Well, I ain't never seen you.
Okay, and that's fine.
So how's it? Okay, why you need my ID then? Show me your ID? I'm still waiting on your car.
I gave you my name, my.
Give me your car. You're supposed to supply a car.
I have yet to get
I'm just
your
trying to.
name.
I'm just trying to figure out why I need to show my name.
Okay, cool.
And my ID for something that I'm
We're
not doing
good
nothing.
now. You don't want to give me your name? That's fine.
You know I don't have to show you my name. That's the cold part about my rights. Why would I forfeit my rights for nothing? I'm over here working. I'm doing my job. You making me late for my next job.
I'm not breaking anybody's rights.
I'm late, sir.
Do you want anything else?
I need you to just leave.
Okay.
You dismiss and you
That's
dismiss
fine.
too. What's your name again,
That's
sir?
fine.
Meredith.
Y'all both dismissed.
Yeah. You're not dismissing me. I'm good. You take care.
You leaving.
All right.
Toodaloo.
Once again, another police officer approaches an individual without reasonable suspicion of criminal activity or a specific call for service. This cop demanding identification from the man, despite the lack of any evidence of wrongdoing, reflects a serious problem we have with law enforcement in general. But the officer not believing Roosevelt about his employment status as a janitor is irrelevant because how can his identity prove if he's employed or not? While Mr. Brown may have felt compelled to please the officer by unlocking the building in order to avoid further scrutiny or potential repercussions, those actions are not necessary to prove his innocence or justify his presence in the parking lot. This police interaction shows an unequal power dynamic between law enforcement officers and individuals that we have in our country. Additionally, the officer's refusal to accept the man's cooperation and verification of his employment status as evidence of his lawful presence in the parking lot underscores broader issues of mistrust between law enforcement and the communities they serve. Let's continue. Before we get back to the video, hit subscribe, smash like, and head to the comments to tell me what you think about the cops today.
I know I can record, and I know I can be right here.
So if this person steps out of here and I have to deal with this, you're in my way, kind of deal? I'm just asking if you step back another 10 feet, please.
I really don't want to.
I'm asking you. Step back.
I know you're asking. You're asking, and I'm politely declining.
You're trying to in the way.
I'm not, bro. I'm cop watching, bro. And you're out in public, bro. I mean, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm cop watching. It's nothing against you.
If I have to deal with these people in here, there's other people in this car.
I'll move.
Okay.
I know how to.
No.
I've made it this far, man.
Okay, I understand that. And
Cool.
I know that you show up all the way. I'm asking you, please.
Bro, I haven't even said a word.
You can be disrespectful to this guy right now.
How am I being disrespectful? He's out in public.
He asked you to step back.
Who did? The dude that got pulled over?
Yes. No, whatever.
I'm here for him.
Disrespectful,
You can make all the statements you want, bro. What's your name and badge number?
It's James, and it's 17-30.
I politely declined, man.
Yeah,
Are they stepping out?
No.
Come on, man.
If I have to deal with that,
I'll move back.
Go through your bike.
Come on, bro. I'll move back. I'm not being disrespectful. You can call it whatever you want to do. He can make privacy, man. It's public. This is public.
Anyway, man.
I'm not. You moved over here. You came over here and said you're going to go through my bike. Listen to that. Listen to the logic, man. Just listen to the logic.
I'm telling you, if they step out, then the bike's in the way.
I'll move. I'm pretty observant. I'll move.
We asked you politely. You can do whatever.
I'm not being any way.
We asked you.
I declined politely. And you can't tell me or anybody else I didn't.
Very good, man.
Young man?
He's a very good man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not being disrespectful, man. Let's get that straight. He created the privacy he needed. There's no expectation of privacy in public.
I'm not saying that part, man.
Well, you're saying I'm being disrespectful to him for asking.
No, Yeah, he's having the worst day of his life, and then you're gonna blast him all over the Facebook and the internet. That's cool.
Bro, you guys are the ones that pulled him over. Don't talk to me about blasting him all over the place. You're the ones that would be ruining his day. Good God Almighty, bro.
The day that law enforcement officers learn to stop giving unlawful directives will be the day they stop embarrassing themselves on camera. Obviously, it was never about getting Razor City observers to back up. This cop was trying to use a tactic from getting the citizen from filming a traffic stop altogether. I was glad RCO pointed out that stupid comment that the cop made about, why are you filming him? This is the worst day of his life. Well, guess what? Why did you pull him over to create his worst day of his life? Common sense, officers. If public photographers filming traffic stops get on cops' nerves so much, why not just do the simple thing and ignore them? There's so many videos online that by this point, it seems like the police academy will have someone pretending to be a public photographer and going through the situation with the officers to learn how to deal with these situations in the best manner. Honestly, in my life, when things get on my nerves, I just ignore them, and it works. But once you start giving attention to something you don't like, the energy you respond with is going to be negative because you don't like it. But thinking about what I just said would actually be a miracle. A cop ignoring someone, especially someone that's not breaking the law, holding the camera, recording them. Yeah, right. What was I thinking? Let's continue.
I'm on Robert Michael Bridge going into East Peoria right before Camp Street. Am I being detained?
No, you're not being detained. We're just,
Am I free to go?
No, not yet, man. You gotta stop so we can get out of here. Hey, Mike, take this one. Just go here and stop up here for him.
Am I being detained?
Yeah, you can't move until he...
Why am I being detained?
Drive up there for me. He's a real piece.
All right, I'm being detained, everybody. This is Illinois State Police. I'm coming up to Camp Street in East Peoria.
What's up?
Am I being detained?
Did I say you're being detained?
If I'm not being detained, I'm free to go, correct?
No, you have to show your license.
Why am I being detained?
You're not being detained.
Okay, then I'm free to go. Have a nice day.
No, you're
Hey,
not.
sir, do not leave this stop.
If I'm not detained, I'm free to go.
You are being detained.
What is your reasonable articulable suspicion for detaining me?
We lawfully have the right to ask you for a license and insurance. That's it.
Is this?
So do you have either one of those?
Is this?
Do you have either one of those?
This is a Terry stop. No.
You don't have a license or an insurance card.
Yeah, I have a license and insurance card, but I'm not providing to. What is the reasonable articulable suspicion that I'm being stopped? Have I committed a crime?
We're doing a roadside safety check.
Have I committed a crime? Have I committed a crime?
And we can ask for a license.
Reasonable articulable suspicion of what crime have I committed? What crime have I committed? It's illegal detainment. Trust me, I know my rights. Wrong person to pull over.
Okay.
Am I being detained?
Yes, right now you are.
Why am I being detained? What's your reasonable articulable suspicion for your detainment?
You can provide your
Suspect a crime. Repeat a crime. Give me a crime.
We've seen here all day. You're the one prolonging.
Yes, we can, and we're recording too.
Okay.
You're live right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. And we're recording in 2 different spots.
When you come through a roadside safety check, I have the right to ask for a license and insurance card.
And I don't have to provide it. This is a not stop an ID state. I have committed a crime. I have committed a crime. What's your reasonable articulate suspicion? Am I free to go? Yeah, I want a supervisor.
Okay.
You're being live streamed on YouTube. Am I detained? Why am I detained?
We're doing a roadside safety check. I told you so.
Roadside safety checks are illegal in America. This is not Nazi America. You cannot stop me just randomly.
Okay. You just need to see a proof of your Illinois driver's license.
Nope.
Okay.
Let's go. We're on a time limit here. I charge by the minute.
Okay.
It's $100 a minute per minute I sit here.
Sergeant, so he's coming down.
$100 a minute per minute I sit here. What's your name and badge number?
Deputy Taylor.
Deputy Taylor, what's your badge number?
6380.
6380. Deputy Taylor.
Now we're waiting for my command officer like you asked.
Why am I being detained?
We're waiting for my command officer now. I asked you if you'd like to speak to him. You said yes.
How you doing?
I'm good.
What's going on?
You tell me, why am I detained?
Okay, well, we're doing
What reasonable articulable suspicion have I been detained for?
We're doing a roadside safety check, sir.
Okay, and who are you?
I'm Captain Ryan Tarby with the Tazewell County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, what's your badge number, please?
6251.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, I need to see a driver's license and insurance.
For what crime, sir?
We're doing a roadside safety check,
Roadside safety check is not a crime.
Okay, I need to see your driver's license
Okay,
and
and
insurance.
this is not a crime.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, not until I see.
Please don't inhibit my right to record you. That's my First Amendment. You know better than that.
I'm not stopping you from recording.
Okay, get your light out of my face.
Okay. Can I see your driver's license, please?
Why? What crime have I committed?
Well, we can sit here and play this game.
Oh, yeah, we're going to sit here and play this game all night long. All night. We're live on YouTube.
That's fine.
So, get your light out of my camera. You're inhibiting my right to record.
How am I inhibiting your right?
Because you have your light shining in my camera.
Okay.
Okay, that's my First Amendment right, and you're violating that right now.
I'm not stopping you from recording.
And it's also my Fifth Amendment to shut the hell up.
Okay. I still need to see your driver's
Reasonable
license.
articulate suspicion for a crime for stopping me. You're a sergeant, and you don't know what's your oath, man. Come on. Reasonable articulate suspicion. This is not a stop and ID state, man. We don't do this here. You gotta have reasonable articulate suspicion for a crime to get my ID or my driver's license. Terry versus Ohio. You want me to keep going? Am I free to go? We can sit here all night, man. I got 100% on battery. Unlimited. So, what's your reasonable articulate suspicion? State of crime. If not, I'm free to go, correct? Have I committed a crime? Am I detained? Excuse me, Captain, am I detained?
Sir, we're checking out your driver's license.
Sir, I'm asking you a question. Answer me. You work for me. Am I detained? It's a yes or a no. Am I detained? Am I detained?
We will get you on your way here in just a second, bud.
I'm ready to leave right now. We've been sitting here for 9 minutes. Let's go. Why am I detained? What's your reasonable articulate suspicion?
Run a CQH. Look for scars, marks, tattoos on them.
They can't articulate a crime. They can't say anything. Right now, we're illegally detained. And he's wanting to violate my First Amendment and, block my camera. This is the Supervisor, CCW. This is the Captain. So evidently, he doesn't know that his freaking oaths are my rights.
Michael came back clear valid, and Aaron, the female, is a photo. It shows Michael's.
And then the RMS. See if there's a picture of
Yeah, Chris, IDC Chris, I'm coming across the river. See? I'm in the middle of the bridge, man. I ain't nowhere right now. Let's articulate a crime. Come on. I'm waiting. If not, I'm free to go. 18 USC 242. You want me to keep spitting them out? Yeah, you got the wrong one. What are you shaking for, man? Huh? You're a captain?
Who's shaking? You're the only one shaking.
Yeah, it's because I'm holding my phone.
Okay.
So, let's go. Am I detained? Or am I free to go? No, he's supposedly a captain out of Tazewell. 14 USC 1985. Title 42, Section 1983. You want me to keep spitting them? Terry versus Ohio, man. You can't just stop me. It doesn't work that way. This is the United States. Look, get the fucking flashlight out of my eyes and shit. I'm tired of it. Look, see, I got one too, guys. Yeah, Nightcrawler, it's Illinois Nazis. Bain Act. Are we done now? 12 minutes. You got 3 more. Articulate a crime. Articulate a crime.
All right, buddy. You're good to go.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Have a nice night, you mother. Happy the Cops Day.
I think we all can agree that we hate these safety checkpoints. I know they seem like more of a how many people rights can we violate checkpoint, right? Checkpoints are being used more frequently and are a major source of income for most police departments. These agencies are able to report large amounts of arrests in short amount of time. Regardless as to whether the checkpoints are effective or not, they are a seizure of citizens without reasonable suspicion, and to me that's just un-American. The founding fathers surely didn't envision a future where officers were able to systematically stop citizens for no reason other than to hope they are committing a criminal offense. But hey, if you find yourself with some extra time and you go through one of these checkpoints, now you know an alternative way if you don't feel like giving up your rights that day.
What do you mean we gotta leave?
You gotta leave. They won't even identify who they're asking you to leave.
Can I talk to this trooper? Because he should know.
You should know what?
That we have a right to be here.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
It's state property.
Listen, this is a First Amendment protected activity. You can't tell us, we didn't break the law. You can't tell us to leave. It's public accessible. You guys are bugging.
We gotta go. Yeah. Check in the bottom drawer, Mark. What are you guys here recording?
We're recording in public. We're telling them it's public accessible. We're allowed to record in public, so we don't understand what they so upset for. We didn't do anything. We didn't say anything to anybody. We're just recording.
All right. Yeah. So they've asked you to leave. You have to come inside and perform stuff that the DSS does. You can go outside and record all you want, but you need to go outside because we have to make room for people in here.
Suck. We're not disturbing nobody. We're not in the way. We didn't break the law.
616 Troop I.
People are bugging. You guys are crazy.
Send somebody over here to DSS.
Bugging. This guy's gonna get educated. Every last one of y'all. Y'all don't think we know what we're doing? Bugging.
Right. This is a DSS office.
Can I have your name and badge number?
Yeah, Trooper Sullivan, 616.
Thank you.
Okay. So you can go outside and record all you want. If you don't have any business to do inside here, you have to leave.
So, yeah, right. What do you mean we didn't break the law? So.
Yes, because at the point now the manager is asking you to leave. Probably still like.
Oh, you get it. Educational. They got it together.
So this clip hits home for me because my first ever audit was at a DSS building, which I refused to leave and was arrested. I'll link the video at the end screen. So much respect for my state transparency for not letting them kick you out the door. But luckily this trooper spoke with the supervisor who obviously told him that he was allowed to film there.